Hello and welcome to Build Up to a Good Game. We're an hour and 5 minutes away from kickoff at Craven Cottage as it's Fulham against West Ham United. Interesting team news from both teams. Changes from both teams. 3 from Fulham, 2 from West Ham. Injury news from Fulham as well. But before we get into it all, Gonzo, how is oneself?
I'm all right, thank you. I'm interested in this injury news. Is it good injury news?
Yeah. Do you want? I'll just skip to Harry Wilson's out completely.
Okay, that's good. No offense. Hopefully he's back for the next game. But yeah, I'll do a little sneaky injury there. No problem at all. How are you?
Really nervous.
Oh yeah,
I've been sat here for about half an hour just waiting.
yeah.
Yeah, I was just mindering around the house and I was just getting on her tits. I think she was a bit like, "Well, you just go away and get out of my face," because I was just doing all the little stuff and cleaning the kitchen. It's already clean, cleaning it again. So I think she's a bit like, "Well, you just they're trying to keep busy, you know." And so I think she was a bit like, "Well, you just get out of my sight." So I've come up here and labeled
some more hangers. Of course you did.
I've labeled all the hangers.
Yeah.
I'm now on to labeling programs.
Oh, brilliant. Okay, lovely. Excellent.
Yeah, so I've been sitting doing that just to keep me occupied while waiting for the team news to come out and stuff like that. So
I would imagine if you want to take your mind off West Ham, though, probably labelling West Ham stuff is not the thing to do. Should have gone and labelled your knives and forks or something. Mind you, you'd be getting on her tits again, wouldn't you, if you're downstairs?
Yeah, you can't do that. The cutlery drawer isn't big enough.
Oh, that's right. Sorry, I forgot. You have mentioned it before. Sorry, sore subject.
I've probably mentioned it numerous times because it still gets on my tits.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Anyway, shall we take a look at the West Ham team?
Yeah, let's go.
It's on your screen right this second, but it will change. In goal is Mads Hermansen, and we've got a change in defence as Anna Wan-Bissaka starts at right back. Todibo comes in from Mavropanos, who drops to the bench, and he partners Disasi with Juve at left back. Bagassa is out of the team, so Souček partners Fernandes in midfield, with Jaiborn on the right, Somerville on the left, and it's back to a 4-4-2 for West Ham United this evening as Callum Wilson comes in to partner Tate up front. Big changes. Do you like them?
I don't mind. Yeah. One of these things, Joe. You know, I think we've got 3 good central defenders at the moment. So I think, you know, Todibo, as unlucky as you can consider yourself when you've grabbed someone round the throat, but I think Todibo could have thought himself unlucky to be out of the team when he got back, because aside from the strangulation, he's done nothing wrong. And he's played very, very well. But, you know, at the same token, Mavropanos, you could say, I know we conceded loads of goals, but I thought Mavropanos, despite the goal, despite the nutmeg deflection, I thought it was all right. I thought the centre-backs, I know you did as well, thought they performed okay. I thought he was quite a threat, actually, from set pieces as well. So, look, Mavropanos is right, but I don't mind this. And do you know why I don't mind? Because it's not like someone's being dropped and Max Kilman's coming in. So, yeah, you know, any combination of 3, I thought he might go with all 3 today. I think he's been, I'm talking about Nuno here, I think he's been pretty good to Mavropanos. He made him captain against Burton as well. So, I think we've got 3 decent centre-backs. And if he's just playing with 2, only 2 of them can play. So, I don't mind.
Hammer 99 saying the same thing, which is don't mind no Mavropanos. He's been good under Nuno, but has played with an awful lot of football, had a slight knock. If it was Kilman coming in, I'd be terrified.
I didn't know he'd said that when I said all that. Yeah, I absolutely agree. Yeah.
In Todibo, I trust. I'm the same. Do I think Mavropanos deserves to be dropped? Not really, no. But we are bringing in someone that was playing really good before he got sent off against Chelsea. So, and also, you don't want to see as much fight for those just requiring clarity and common sense to come out verbally. You don't want him to grab people around the neck, but he does bring a little bit of bite to the team sometimes, and I don't think that's always a bad thing when it's under control. And against, you know, the last couple while he's been out, you could say we've missed it a little bit.
You want him to bite people? That's what you're saying.
No, let's not have any of that. But I'm okay with Todibo coming in from Mavropanos. And if anything, I'm actually intrigued to see how him and Disasi get on, because I think in terms of just natural footballing ability, I think they probably are better than Mavropanos.
For sure.
So can they form an even better partnership? And if the answer is yes, our defence, which was okay until going to Anfield, might get even better. So fingers crossed. Big change in midfield, though, taking Magassa out and putting Wilson in and going sort of 4-4-2. Or I know some people said, would you say 4-4-1-1? Call it whatever you want, but it's 4 midfielders, 2 strikers on the pitch now. Do you like it?
I don't mind. I'll say that thing again. I don't mind. I don't mind. And I don't mean like I don't care. That's not what I'm saying. I mean, I don't mind if he's wants to play 2 strikers up front. You know, good on him. I guess it's. Yeah, I didn't think it was Magassa's best game. I was not just the Van Dijk tussle, but I didn't think it was his best game. So I can understand it. I can understand that. I did think had Freddie Potts had been available, I thought Potts would have come in for this one because of Magassa. And I like Magassa. I really do. I think he's going to be a hell of a player. I think he's have a really good career. But yeah, I don't mind. I don't mind playing with 2 up front. So yeah, I think we might start quick, get a goal. Often reported and said that the Lazio fans said that Tati likes to play in a partnership up front. So yeah, why not? Why not give it a go? What I don't like is Wilson up front on his own. So this I don't mind. He's a hell of a finisher, Wilson, hell of a finisher. And maybe, just maybe, you don't know. He does seem to change tactics quite a lot, Nuno, as well. So maybe we're not going to press that much in this game. Maybe there's a different tactic here. If we're not, then that's okay with Wilson there. And hey, look, if Wilson scores a goal today, it all looks really good, doesn't it? So I honestly, I don't mind.
It's risky. If anything, I feel like I can't. Well, it's not necessarily the 11 you or many others would have selected. When the team come out, my initial reaction was, he's trying to win.
Yeah.
He's trying to win this game. I don't feel like he's going there for a point, which was my fear. My worry was that he might, if you said to Nuno, you're going to get a point, he might say, yeah, that's all right. We decrease the gap to 1 as long as not the Forest lose. I wouldn't want to play that kind of game. So when the lineup come out, I thought he's trying to get us 3 points here. And I think, I understand his thinking, we've seen it, which is try and get ahead on the hour mark. Wilson's going to have to come off. La Madrid is on the bench. Adama and La Madrid are the only 2 attacking players. So then do you bring on Adama and put Bowen up front alongside Tate, or what do you do? But you can discuss that when you get to it. Maybe you just take Wilson off, put Magassa on, and think, right, now we're just going to block the midfield. We're really going to shut you down with our midfield. Because since Chelsea, he's not... Burton's different. We went down to 10 men.
Yeah.
Since Chelsea, he's not brought on a centre-back and tried to see something out. Even the draws, when we were drawn against Bournemouth, he brought Callum Wilson on for Thomas Souček and went 4-4-2. He didn't think, right, a point, that'll do me. He thought, no, I'm going to try and get all 3 here. So I think his plan is get in the lead. And then when Wilson's flagging, probably bring on Magassa and go 4-5-1. I think where my slight concern is getting outnumbered in midfield a little bit. I think it will be... We'll get onto the Fulham team in a second. There will be positions moved. I think Kearney is quite a clever footballer as well. I do like Tom Kearney, and I'm not biased. I am a little bit, but yeah, I think he's a clever footballer. Would have switched Wan-Bissaka for Walker-Peters. However, going back to 4-4-2, I think you might see the inverted central midfielder Wan-Bissaka back. I think you might see him popping up in the middle of the pitch again. Right, do you want to know the bench?
Yeah, please. Yeah, I didn't know that. I ran down here with 3 minutes to go, so I know nothing.
Well, I've been sat here chilling for half an hour.
I know you're labelling everything, yeah.
The bench is scrolling along the bottom of the screen for anyone watching, but for those only listening, on the bench for West Ham this evening is Areola with Walker-Peters, Scarles, Kilman, Mavropanos, Kante, Magassa, Adama Traore, and La Madrid. No striker on the bench. Let's hope we don't need a goal. Let's hope it's not 1-0 down or something, because there's very little options. But
no, I mean, since the accounts, I've very much chilled on Nuno. In as much as, because I think I was annoyed, why didn't he bring more players? Why didn't he bring more players in January? I'm now as certain as I could be without being in the room with any of them that we're told there's no more money. You can't have anyone else.
When he said rebalance, we thought he meant the squad, but he meant the books.
He did, didn't he? Yeah, he did. So, yeah, I'm not annoyed with it. I don't think he can. I think that's about it. And in many respects, he's actually gone up in my estimations for taking the bloody job in the first place, knowing the state of everything. And I thought, and we all thought we were in a state anyway. It's just we're in even more of a state.
Do you want to know the Fulham team?
Yeah, please.
An interesting lineup. Possibly good news for West Ham. Possibly not, depends how you see it. But let's discuss it. In goal is Leno with a back four. Tete at right back. Diop continues at centre back alongside Calvin Bassey, and then Robinson comes in at left back. So one of the changes for Fulham this evening is in that defensive line. In midfield, Tom Kearney comes in to partner Berg in the middle of the pitch with Josh King in that number 10 role. Chuck Kwesi will be on the wings and Raul Jimenez up front. I appreciate the graphic will suggest different. It could be what Opta stats are saying. I think it'll be Kearney and Berg, and then we'll be further forward. I could be wrong, though. We'll find out a couple of minutes into the game. But that's the Fulham start 11. Before we get Gonza's reaction, let me just read out the Fulham bench. I can put my phone down. Lecomte is on the bench alongside Castagna and Anderson.
Sorry, who's the first one on the bench?
Lecomte.
Brilliant.
Not Lecomte.
No, that's what I thought. I thought you said, let's see you next Tuesday.
No.
That's what it sounded like. It's these new headphones, Gio. It's not
okay.
you.
Lecomte was on the bench with Castagna, Anderson, Sessignon. They've also got Reid, Lukic, Bob, Smith Rowe and Muniz. So quite a nice bench for Fulham, actually. A balanced bench for Fulham. I'm quite jealous, actually. Look at them sitting there with a goalkeeper, two full-backs, a centre-back, two central midfielders, a winger, a number 10 and a striker. It'll never catch on. Who wants a balanced bench like that in the Premier League these days? But that's a Fulham 11. What are you thinking?
I think they're a good team. I do think it's balanced. I think the team is balanced as well. I think Diop, I thought Diop played quite well against Spurs, actually. Yeah, I think they're a good team. I think they're probably exactly where they deserve to be in the league as well. I think it's going to be tough. There's no doubt about it. But I think it's all going to be tough. Even look at Wolves now. Even playing Wolves is going to be tough. So I think I've just sort of accepted it. Everything is going to be tough, but that don't mean we can't win. You know, we don't have that lovely bench that you just described there. We don't have that. But I think we've got a pretty good first team, and might not be everyone's cup of tea in midfield. But Thomas Souček's a hell of a player. You know, he can. There's a lot of, I know what he can't do, but there's a lot of stuff he can do. There's no doubt about that. Fernandez, brilliant player. Somerville, we all know all about him, and they've got, you know, there's others as well. I think Disasi's been brilliant. Be interesting to see Disasi alongside Todibo, obviously both Frenchmen. So. Yeah, mate, I'm looking forward to it. I'm genuinely looking forward to this. I'm not in the slightest bit nervous about it, funnily enough.
1 second. Anyway, but basically, this is relating to West Ham fans at the game tonight. So we had all that issues at Anfield, with fans getting their flags taken off them, the red cards taken off them, and West Ham United told Hammers United, you won't have an issue at Craven Cottage. You can take your flags in, you can take your red cards in, we won't get in the way. But there's now reports coming out that West Ham have contacted Fulham to ensure that the supporters don't take in their flags and banners. And Fulham are now saying that any banners will be taken off the supporters. So even though the club have said one thing to Hammers United, Fulham stewards are saying a different thing to West Ham fans in their away end this evening.
West Ham United lying? Surely not. How dare you? Surely not.
I don't know. It's just I don't. They just don't read the room sometimes. I think just let them get on with it, because the cameras don't really focus on them as much as they should, in my opinion. Just let them get on with it. But doing this, you create PR, you create publicity, you stoke the fire. So I think
they've lost the popularity contest. But forget it.
Well,
honestly,
I think that's why they're doing it. I think it's like we might as well just go to war.
Yeah, well, they'll lose.
I think so. For Fulham, I'm a big fan of Josh King, and maybe I'm too much of a fan of King, but I think he's going to be a top player. Kearney, I think, is an intelligent player, but he's slowish. He's not got the pace anymore. We need to get Somerville running at Tete. I'm pleased Anderson's not playing. I appreciate Diop. I didn't watch the game, but I believe he had. I know you've said it, but I've seen Fulham fans suggesting he was the man of the match in that game, or he had a very good performance. But I think Anderson's one of the better distributors of the ball for centre-backs in the Premier League. So I'm pleased that he's not come straight back in after his illness. Jimenez will be trouble up front, and then Muniz will come on and continue to be trouble. But it's not an unwinnable fixture. And we bloody need to win this one. We absolutely have to go and win this game. I am nervous. I keep clock watching as well. I don't tend to do
It's
it.
still going to be 7:30 that it kicks off.
I know, but sometimes we'll be doing this and I'll look up like, bloody hell, it's been half an hour. I need to get Gonzo off here so you can go get ready for the game.
But it's been 30 seconds.
Yeah, I keep looking. I think, fucking hell, will he just piss off?
Exactly right. I will
Still here.
I will do eventually. Don't worry. I made the worst cup of tea I've made in a long time. So
that's not good.
I know it's my fault. I made it. I don't know how it turned out like that. Really.
Too much milk.
There is too much milk in it, and it was Lisa confused it. She got her own milk, lactose milk or whatever. I don't know, non-lactose milk. I got all confused. I haven't got that, but I think and I got used to because it really slowly out the carton. You know what it's like when you got one of the big bottles of milk. So I got like this 6-litre bottle of milk. You know, just it go and it swallows a load of air. Go. So it's dumped like a cow's worth of milk in my tea. I'm not even sure it's tea. It's more like a milkshake.
Yeah, I had that earlier. I had the big glug come out the bottom and it sploshed, and I was like, "Ow!" So I end up downing it when it's like that. I end up just chugging it, which is possibly not the wisest idea, but I feel like I just want to get over and done with. But it's brewed for 4.5 minutes. I don't want to waste it. I've committed to this.
That's right. It's true.
It's true. Anyway, we're doing the bet. For those that's new to the channel, you need to be subscribed. You're going to need to comment in just a few minutes' time. We're going to put a little bet together, and should it win, someone will get the money, and hopefully it bloody wins, because we're going to be putting West Ham to win tonight. So what else we're fancying? West Ham win.
And we said we'd do it. We said we'd do what we said.
And Jared Bourne to score, right?
That's what we said.
What else? It's only 5-1. We need more than that. Come on.
What do you mean, come on? They were both my ideas. It's your turn for an idea.
All right, okay. Where's both teams to score? Fulham will score a goal. Somerville to get chopped down a couple of times. I still like that bet. I keep doing that bet.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, why not?
Right, we still need someone else. We need someone to get booked. Who's going to get a card tonight? Hopefully, not today, but hopefully it doesn't go throttle someone. They're not really a cardy team. I think we've got that good referee tonight, though. I don't want to jinx it too much, but we've actually got a decent ref this evening. Tom, what's his name?
Yeah, it's good, isn't
he? We've actually got the good one, so
yeah.
Some are saying Tati cards, and some are saying Suchek card, and some are saying Tati card. Pick one. What one?
Tati card.
It's been a while.
A Tati Tete.
All right, let's do that. Right, if this bet wins, someone wins 170 quid. West Ham to win the match. Jared Bourne to score a goal. Fulham to score a goal. Somerville to be fouled on 2 occasions. And Tati to get a yellow card.
Tati or Tete?
Tati.
Okay.
Our one.
Okay.
That's what everyone in the chat's saying. Everyone's saying Tati card. Look at the live chat. Everyone wants to see Tati card. So we're doing it. We're doing Tati card. If that bet wins, someone wins 170 quid. Do you want to enter? Well, in the live chat, please put the following phrase.
Well, there's not 2 Wilsons, but we do have 2 Tetties. So I guess nice pair of Tetties.
Nice pair of Tetties. Get into the live chat, and if you put that phrase in, you're entered. Gonzo in the preview, you said 3-1 West Ham. Are you still feeling that fruity?
Oh, but definitely, yeah.
You seem really calm. Are you?
I'm not the tease.
Are you just hiding it?
I shouldn't be. Listen, I've got to tell you, something serious has happened today. I've had the workman in and all the rest of it, and it's been a busy day, and I thought I was going to sit in here all day. Well, it hasn't worked out like that. I've had 3 separate sets of people in today doing stuff. So obviously I've not been sat relaxing here. I've been answering questions, helping out, getting this, that, and the other. When everything sort of got put back together, my super noodles have gone missing.
You what?
My super noodles have gone missing.
One of the workmen have bumped your super noodles.
Who would do such? What sort of heinous individual would do that? Who would steal my super noodles? So so you say I'm calm. I'm seething. I've got a weak ass cup of tea, and my super noodles have been stolen.
So what did you do? When
I don't know what am I going to do. We'll talk to the police. What am I going to do about it?
When did you discover someone had stole your?
Because after this, I thought I need something quick to eat. You can't order something. There's not enough time when you do this. I thought, and Lisa turned up, and I made the milky tea, and I thought, okay, so when I do this, I've got half an hour. I can probably make some super noodles. I went and looked. No super noodles. I remember where they were. They were on the kitchen table. There's been people in and out all day. The front door's been open. Someone's come in and stolen my super noodles.
I'm sorry, but I'm quite amused by that. But why?
Why would someone be that evil? I know. I don't know. I can't answer your question.
Yeah, and also because they're so cheap as well. Right?
85 pence.
It's not like they've nicked the steak out your fridge.
If they'd have nicked the curry once, fine. But the chicken, I could have nicked a pouch of rice or something. Anything at all. There's some. Jakey's got some brioche chocolate things, right? Which don't go out of date. It's a pastry, which doesn't go out of date until July. How can you have a pastry that doesn't go out of date until July? Anyway, they could have nicked that. The super noodles have gone. I think I'm gonna have a never-ending brioche by the looks of it.
So no noodles for you tonight.
Now we're gonna have a nuclear brioche. I don't know how they make that a pastry last for basic until the end of the summer.
Yeah, you don't want to eat it either. When your pastry will last months, you don't want to consume.
I don't know what's in that. I don't know what's in that pastry.
I mean, you probably don't want to be eating those noodles either, but.
No, you're probably right.
I think
I've got a tin of ravioli. I've got a tin of ravioli in there somewhere.
A tin of ravioli?
Yeah. It's actually been in there for years. But it's all right if it's been in a tin. It's not a problem.
That's... I'm not even sure Zippy would eat that.
He bloody would. I opened up a 3-year-old tin of corned beef the other day. Not a problem. That was my sandwich earlier that I showed you in the breakfast show. No problem. If it's been in a tin, not a problem. Lovely.
Anyway, I don't mind super noodles, to be fair.
Oh, nice.
Weirdly, Lauren can't cook them. I know.
300 millilitres of water.
Yeah.
Boil them. Put the sachet in. A bit of extra salt and pepper, by the way.
Do you want to know what she done the first ever time she made noodles, right?
Go on. Yeah.
She tipped the kettle. I watched her, and I knew what she was doing. And I raised the alarm later on, but I needed...
Hold on. Sorry. Beg your pardon. I thought I rushed down here.
Someone asking where the noodles are.
It's somebody. It's somebody who should know better, quite frankly. It's somebody who knows full well that it's West Ham. But anyway, there you go.
So she emptied out the kettle, and she went to the tap and put 300 mils of water in and put it into the kettle and boiled it. And I was like, what are you doing? She's like, 300 mils of water. I was like, yeah, but what about the bit that evaporates? It's like 300 mils of water ain't coming out when she boiled it. But that's how she measured it.
You got to do it in a saucepan. Super noodles in a saucepan. Super noodles is not a pot noodle.
Yeah, but she meant to boil the kettle.
That's expensive. It costs more. Stick it on the hob.
So you just stick 300 mils of cold water in and boil it up on the hob.
Of course, yeah, absolutely.
But then by the time it's boiling, you don't have 300 mils of boiling water.
It doesn't need 300. The truth of the matter is it doesn't need them.
Well, I know.
If you don't want any liquid with it, I don't.
Well, that's why she can't make them, because she now does it the way you're meant to. There's always a moat around the noodles when it arrives in the bowl.
That's no good.
No, it's not.
I don't want noodle soup. That's a different thing. Anyway.
Right.
Welcome to Hammers Chat.
Welcome to Hammers Chat. We speak about noodles. Right, time for you guys to get your comments into the live chat about football or noodles, and we'll get your comments up on the screen for the next few minutes and have a little discussion around what you're saying. Colin Wood saying every match preview is an education on this channel.
Yes, I'm not sure you've learnt a lot from there, but yeah, well, you've learnt how to make
3 different methods of cooking super noodles.
Yes, and Paul has recognised my ringtone. Well done, Paul. Absolutely. Well, yeah, there you go.
Rhonda saying, or Tony is saying, after the results so far this round, Fulham will believe they can get 8th and a European spot. Mancunian saying only a matter of time before this hopeless keeper costs us again. Billy is saying biggest game since the Conference League final. We lose, we are down. But if we win, we have a chance. Irish Tommy is saying, I'm a little concerned that either Todibo or Disasi will have to move to right.
Bloody one of them does. Tommy, otherwise we do have a problem.
Which one would you prefer? Do you have a preference, or
I would actually keep Disasi there. I know Todibo looked good once he moved there, but I haven't seen Disasi play on the other side for West Ham yet, so I'd keep him there.
Well, that's why I'd actually move Disasi over, because I've seen Todibo play on the other side for West Ham, and I prefer him on the left.
Yeah, I think they're two really good. He must have a good reason for doing it, and maybe it is that knock, that Mavropanos knock. He did. I'd actually forgotten about that until it was mentioned in the chat. So maybe it is that, but I'm not sure they'll do fine. But it's a weird one because I do think this Jimenez is very, very good in the air as well. So, but I think Disasi's all right. Disasi can handle him. I'm happy enough of it.
Andy's saying, do you think the players are affected by the off-field issues regarding the finances?
I don't, because most of them would be off anyway if that happens. I just don't think the modern player is. I think I think we are, and I think the club are. But I do, on this, I think Nuno and the lads are insulated. I think if players don't get paid and you're in administration, I think it bothers them, but not this, no.
Yeah, I completely agree. While they're getting paid every month, I don't think they'll be too arsed. You've got to remember, a lot of footballers don't even like football. A lot of footballers, Andy Carroll's the best example. When he was on his way to West Ham, he had to Google who played for West Ham, right? Now, I know they're not all that detached from it, but I mean, you can't save much given our job and stuff. But for a lot of people, when they leave work and they go home, they don't want to do more work, right? So when a footballer goes home, they'll probably watch football, but they don't want to read about football and consume loads of football stuff. If anything, they want to switch off from it. I'll be surprised. I'll be surprised if half the squad even knew the accounts had come out.
I agree.
And if someone said, if someone was to say to my family member, "Oh, did you see the West Ham accounts?" They'll go, "The what?" The West Ham accounts. But I don't know. What about it? What do you want me to say? Yeah, but they're really bad. You'd be like, "Oh, and what's your point? I don't get your point.
Yeah.
I go to training, I play games, and I get paid, and I go again next week. I've got no control over the accounts. I'm not arsed as long as I get paid."
Some of these players after tax as well are getting £250,000 dumped in their bank account each month after tax.
Yeah.
How much of a shit do you give when that's happening? Probably not a lot.
And also, if they're going to be, if any finance talk is going to affect them, it's going to be the fact that we get relegated to lose half their wages overnight. Now, most of them some of them will get out of West Ham, but some of them will not. Some of them will be sitting there, and it might be the younger players. All his scars, I don't know what he's on, $5,000 a week or something, $10,000 a week. He won't be on loads, right? No. But if he's on $5,000 a week and he goes down to 2.5, that's a lot. He loses half his weight, and he's probably going to be here next season. So he's like, oh my God. But then, even the top earners who will be expected to leave, they might not get a move until August. So for 2 months, they'll have less wages.
Yeah.
They'll have half-price wages for a couple of months before they get their move. So actually, the finances they need to be worried about is their own personal salary is going to get cut in half. And I know you're all going to say, "Oh, I'll get my violin out. They're only going to earn $200,000 a week, $200,000 a month instead of $400,000 a month." But your outgoings are relative as well. They will have a mortgage for the house of that value. A lot of their wives will not work at all because they don't need to, because hubby earns so much money and stuff like that. So their lives will be reflective of earning such a big salary. So I think, if any finances are going to affect them, I think it's those ones. And Callum Wilson will be on the same as he is regardless.
Well, it's like we earned a couple of quid tonight, shall we? Yeah.
Yeah. And anyway, Major saying, super noodle tip, boil 300 mils of pour water on the noodles in the bin, walk out and buy a takeaway.
Oh dear.
Max saying, I have a feeling someone might go down a goal difference this season. I hope we don't go into last game needing a win. Our luck, we'd get relegated by a last minute equaliser on goal difference.
Wow. It's tough. It's tough. It's going to be a tough night. It's going to be a tough watch tonight. No doubt about that. It'll be a really, really tough watch. Even if we go ahead, it's going to be it's going to be difficult. It really is. But it was tough anyway. I found last night tough, Gio. I really did. Found that Leeds game tough. And as you know, I was relying on the WhatsApp group to keep me updated because my thingy crashed and not car. And then when I think it was Steve said 12 minutes left. I mean, that's tough. All of it's tough. It's just everything is a hard watch at the moment. Yeah. Sorry for the Sunderland fans. Got to catch a train home, and I know they're up in Leeds. It's halfway up the country, but and it was actually an extra 15 minutes by the time it finished. I mean, you're missing your train, aren't you?
No, I don't think they'll be booking a train. TV,
No
honestly.
no trains up north.
Not at that time of night. But leaving at 11 p.m. or something. I can't see it. It's like we can't see. We've been to a few games. I haven't been to a game for ages. But you look at Wolves is now Friday night. Crystal Palace is now Monday night. I mean,
Yeah, that's terrible, isn't it? Yeah.
What's the?
Oh, the Wolves got done today, did it?
Yeah, it got announced. I was correct. It's the Friday night.
Oh, okay.
So we play Wolves on Friday and we play Palace on the Monday. However, there's something attached to it. If someone does something in the FA Cup, it moves back to the Sunday.
Hold on.
Yeah.
So we play on the Friday and then the following Monday.
Yeah. So there's 10 days in between the games. But
oh, sorry. I thought you meant 2 days in between. Right. Okay.
No. So 10 days. But if I don't know, there's something to do with the Palace one. Someone will put in the live chat. It's something to do with the FA Cup. And if something happens, it'll get moved to the Sunday. So if you're planning on going to the Palace game, don't, because you won't know until after the weekend. It's the same with the Man City one. We had to wait to see what City did in the Champions League, and then it got moved to the 8 o'clock kickoff. Anyway, football's a TV show now, not a sport.
It certainly is. Yeah, not wrong.
But thank you very much for joining our TV show. We appreciate it.
Yeah,
Irons saying, I saw on the BBC that Leeds were winning 1-0. Then 5 minutes later, checked and it was 1-0 Sunderland. I celebrated like it was a goal.
Yeah, it was the free kick, and then Joe Rodon with a header. But yeah, it was offside, fortunately.
I was saying we have to set the tone and get at them from the start, but I think he will try to nick it.
I think we'll go from the start.
I think so.
I think we'll start quickly. Yeah.
Until I haven't seen it. I haven't seen this statistic for a couple of weeks now, so it's possibly changed. But up until a couple of weeks ago, we had scored, since Nuno's come in, we'd scored the most goals out of all the Premier League teams in the first 50 minutes of games.
Yes.
The problem was we were also conceding more goals than anyone else in the second half of games since Nuno's come in. But I think he's going to go try get the lead before half time, and I think he'll.
I agree.
That's it. Let's get Magassa on, plug that midfield, shut them down, and fingers crossed. Fortune saying it's to do with the Conference League. That would make sense if it is, because obviously if they're playing Thursday, I mean in theory they could play Monday, but that would be a bit harsh to make them play Monday then Thursday. So yeah, don't go booking the Palace game anyway. It might move. Hammers 99 saying an idea. Somerville has been class on the left. Put him on the right. Bowen attack in the middle. Juve on the left. Scars left back. Not preferred, but definitely an option. And I've seen a few people suggest that. Maybe not the Scars thing. A few people suggested Walker Peters instead of Scars, but the whole Somerville on the right, Bowen up front with Tatu. Would you be open to that?
It's. I don't mind any of it apart from Juve playing left wing. I've not seen anything that suggests he's a winger.
What about his cross for Souček's goal?
No. It's not that. What I don't. He has to have somebody next to him or inside him who's going to play him in. He doesn't have a trick, so it's him having the space to create that cross. I think Somerville there helps create the space because they're crapping themselves because of Somerville. So I think that helps create the space for him. I think he's better almost surprise coming from deep. Yes, it's a lack of a trick really. If I thought he could shift the ball to his left and then or even do what David Beckham used to do, which is he really did cross it from deep. He just used to make a yard and do that, then absolutely fine. But I don't see any. I've not seen any real wing play for him in those sort of terms. So I think that's my only thing with it really. I think he's probably more dangerous. Wing back, yes. Wing, yeah,
My issue with that is Somerville on the right. I think he's so good on the left. I have a hesitation with moving players. I think part of the reason Somerville's been good is cutting in. And you put him on the right, he can't do that. He's going to have to get to the byline, put crosses in. But I guess if you've got Bowen and Tati in there, the thing is, I'd almost be inclined to see that once Wilson's pooped tonight on the hour mark, depending on the lie of the game, I wouldn't be against doing something like that instead of going 4-5-1. If we need a goal, I think that's maybe something you're going to have to come up with.
Move Bowen into the middle for sure. Yeah. I'm not sure. I would not do that one there to do it. That's all.
What would you do?
I think probably what your starting formation really. Was put Walker Peters on the right with Bowen in. I'd love to think Traore could come good. I really would, but at the moment, I've not seen anything. We need to see something. I think that's what we need to see. And look, there's a script there for it today, of course, from his former club and whatnot. But I still would probably go for Walker Peters there and then just move Bowen inside. I've not seen enough of La Madrid either to say anything. I mean, if we're in the lead, I'd certainly do that. Why not? I think defensively, it would certainly help us, and plus puts Bowen closer to the goal. Yeah, the thing about Bowen, I just wanted to make this point actually. When there was criticism of him, so I can't remember what video I said this on, just in case we said it on Patreon. When there was criticism of the captain, he scored the goal and then he was pointing, kissing the armband and pointing to it. So it was almost like, I've heard the criticism. There you go. That's my answer to it. It wasn't nasty. I don't blame him for doing it at all. And I just wonder if you might see that again today. Not so much the captaincy, but him to score a goal. I just think, there's a lot of these good footballers are capable of doing that, responding to criticism. And he has been criticised a bit over the last couple of games. So I wouldn't be surprised if he does respond to that well.
I think Adam'll score and start pumping his guns. Do you reckon that's what his celebration would be?
No. What in front of Nuno?
Yeah.
Absolutely, do a little bench press celebration. Yeah, that'd be good, wouldn't it? I'd honestly do whatever. If he scores and we win it, I don't care. Do whatever celebration he wants. I'll go down the park and start doing it tomorrow. I don't care.
Someone in the home end might chuck their prawn sandwich at him.
Yeah, absolutely. There was a bit of protein in that. He'd probably get that down and do a couple more reps.
His Pims with strawberries might get lobbed at him from the home end.
That's right. Yeah.
Right, Gonzo, we did the poll at the start of the show, just asking what people's predictions are, and there was 1,100 people voted. Would you like to take a guess at how many percentage-wise, how many people went for a West Ham win?
Everyone seemed very nervous. I understand why, but doesn't seem like confident chat tonight. I think people are nervous. 40%,
67.
Oh right, so okay,
yeah.
They're voting confidently, but they're secretly, well, not secretly, but yeah, worried in the chat. Yeah,
19% went for the draw and 14% went for the Fulham win. However, I should add, I forgot to do this with you before the Liverpool game, so you disappeared and I did the poll. And 72% of people thought we'd either win or draw against Liverpool. So
I thought we'd draw against
Liverpool. I thought we'd draw as well. We were included.
I'm sure I get more wrong than I get right as well. But yeah, who knows? I think for a large, I've run out of worry. I've run out of concern. I'm sick of it. It's been quite a draining season, hasn't it? So yeah.
Well, this is it.
Bring it on.
27 minutes away from kickoff at Craven Cottage. Gonzo, any final words before you depart?
No, who's got me noodles? Bring it on. That's it. Really. Listen, enjoy the game. I would be absolutely magnificent, but we don't know what's in store for us in 2 hours' time. I think that's the thing. Elation, melancholy, downright depression. I mean, we could go. We're all going to be feeling something quite extreme in 2 hours. I'm pretty sure of that. So let's just hope it's the good stuff,
Yeah, I completely agree. Mrs. Jill was saying, she's like, I hope you win because I said to her, the next league game ain't until the following weekend. So I said, if we win, we've got this feel-good factor. It's going to last like 10 days. And she went, but if you lose, you're going to be in a mood for the next 10 days. I said, it'll be longer than that because we play Man City.
And the cutlery draw as well.
Yeah, but even if we beat Brentford in the cup, it's not gonna. It'd be nice, but it's not gonna remove the pain. It might ease the pain, but it's not gonna remove it completely.
Brilliant. What a great few days it would be. If we can win tonight. Look, we really need to win. Fulham don't.
Well, they do.
No, they don't. Fulham can lose today and still qualify for Europe.
Well, we can lose today and still stay up.
We can, but it's not got the same ferocity to it. But it seems like do or die for us. Whatever happens tonight, I'm sure Fulham will be absolutely fine. It's not the case for us. This is, and so for that reason, I hope we're going to be more motivated than them. I suspect we will. Whether that motivation turns into a win, I don't know. But I really do think the team are going to be massively up for it today. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a little tactical tweak. And well, I guess we've had it really with the two up front. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if a little something else going on in the game. I'll bring it on. I'm really looking forward to it. Really looking forward to it.
1 second. There we go. Beautiful. Oh, it's Chris Coleman. Chris Coleman's on my screen.
What's he doing?
Well, he's at the game. He's providing punditry for those listening. I'm just looking at him in a non-perverted manner.
Well, I don't know why you had to justify it. Nobody thought it was
Ginger's there, anyway. Ginger's there as well. So they've got Chris Coleman and we've got Ginger Pelly. We've got a couple of Welshmen.
There you go.
Building up to the game at Craven Cottage.
Couple of centre-backs.
Right.
Yep. Good.
Gonzo, thank you very much.
Lovely. Enjoy the game.
Right, it's just me and you guys now. I'll be turning to a live chat in just a minute. Just give me 1 minute just to get myself sorted out, please. Let me get rid of that. Let me get my ear in so I can hear out the left side of my head. Beautiful stuff. There we are. Let me turn it on. Powering up my ear. Don't know why it sounds like a Star Wars saber, but there you go. I'm just delaying time for it to turn on. There we go. Basically, to bore you a little bit, when you turn them on, they jingle. Then when they connect, they jingle again. So I've got to wait for it to go bloop, 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 just so I can get back into it. Right, how you all doing in live chat? Just want to say massive thank you to those who've been supporting us during the stream. There's been quite a few of you because we've turned the adverts off. So I just want to say thank you to Quiz for his £5 super chat. As always, is a really good supporter of the channel, is Quiz. And also to Harry, we're really going for it. So nervous. Come on, you irons. I am really nervous. Now Gonzo's gone, I've got even more nervous because it means kickoff's not too far away. Harry goes on to say, to give Nuno Espirito Santo credit, this feels like the West Ham way. My first season was Tevez's great escape and we fought on the front foot. There is belief. We need a hero. We do. Pablo coming back. That's what we need. Scissored saying, nice pair of wonky pillows. Oi, I tried to sort it. It's gone back to wonky. I don't know why. I don't know. I even tried to make it not wonky, Scissored, and when I put it back the first time, it was there, nice and central. There it is. Look, central. I'm sure it'll be moved before the end of the game. Sketch, thank you very much for the support, saying goodbye to the relegation zone. And Pitsy saying thanks for no adverts, guys. 3-1 West Ham, and there's no adverts thanks to you lot with the support in the live chat. And also Katie, thank you for the shirt. It's going to cause me and Ginger J a domestic. Love both of you on channel. Look, I'm not getting involved. You two can scrap over who's getting your signed Bowen shirt. It's here, actually. One of them. You may not get this specific one, but it's, well, identical. The signature just might move differently. They're all slightly different. There you go. Katie, that's your shirt. It'll be on its way to you very, very soon, and you two can fight. Essex, thank you very much. Saying for the biscuit fund, going for Gonzo 3-1 and a cheeky Wilson and Bowen combo. Well, I'll take that. I'll take it. And finally to Ryan, 2-1 win. Come on, you irons. I hope Zippy didn't eat the workman. Yeah. I'm still saying 1-1, but Jay is saying, seen a lot of people predict 3-1. I have. Yes, I have as well, Jay. Nicky from West Ham Fan TV rang me earlier. He's going 2-0. He's confident. He's always been quite positive that we're going to stay up. Nicky, I've used him as like, him and Frankie have been my two pick-me-uppers, if you like. And when Nicky spoke to him very briefly tonight, and he said, we're winning. Of course. Just no panic, no hesitation on the phone. Of course, 2-0. Just confident, oozing confident. It's got the aura of an alpha man. Hammer99 saying, I agree with Dylan. Huge talented manager and they're all capable players. Just hoping the continuity of team selection can favour us. 2 changes tonight, but both have played a part in our season so far. Wilson's definitely got a few important goals for us. And the funny thing is, if there's a chance that falls to someone in the box, who do you want it to fall to? I think there's a strong argument that you want it to fall to Wilson. I think I'd be more confident of Wilson finishing it than most of the players. Mark, thank you very much for your support. Very, very kind of you saying, looks like our strongest starting 11 all season, in his opinion. I don't know. I think I'd have Pablo in there with Tati rather than Wilson, but I accept that Wilson's much better in certain traits. It's just a lack of energy, isn't it? It's a lack of the athletic side of the game that Wilson has compared to Pablo. Denny saying big game tonight. 2-2 draw. Good opportunity for Bowen to try and step up. We need him so bad. Chris is saying 3-1 Fulham. Don't think we have it in us. Harry's saying, how deaf are you? Not trying to be a dick. It's all right. I don't mind discussing it. I did originally because when we first started YouTube, there was someone used to keep commenting on my videos about me being deaf, and now I hadn't told anyone, so it was someone I knew. Me and a couple of other people suspect we know who it was, but it doesn't bother me. The answer to answer your question, Harry, incredibly. Very, very deaf is if I take these out, I can barely hear a thing, but I'm an expert in lip reading as a result of it. But without these ears, I'm fucked. And I think my hearing's getting worse as well, but they're just going to have to, they'll do for the time being, because they're not, anyone that's bought hearing aids before will know they're not cheap items. Cantown Land says, I feel more confident with Wilson starting. I've got a present from Cantown Land. I've got it right here. Do you want to see it? Would you like to see my present from Cantown Land? I'll show you it. People on here don't mind a show and tell. Here we go. Look at this. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Canvas. A painting he's done of Demi's free kick against Palace at Upton Park. There you go. You can get it. Go on Cantown's website, Cantown Land's website, and you can get one. I assume it's available. I don't know. Len will be able to tell me. It's available for prints, Len, or just canvases. But look at that. Beautiful. It smells of wood. It's freshly cut. Yeah. There you go. Unfortunately, I don't know if I can get it signed. Can't get that signed by Payet. Otherwise, that would have been nice. Can maybe get Craswell to sign it. He's there. Craswell's right next to him. I can maybe get Craswell to sign it. I don't feel like it's... James Tompkins is there somewhere. I can maybe get James Tompkins to sign it. He's one of them, isn't he? Beautiful. There you go. The website... I don't know. Just Google Cantown Land. I want to say it's cantownland.com. Yeah, it is. Cantownland.com. If you go on there, then you'll be able to get your canvas. Len saying it's a 30-inch canvas print. There you are. Get involved. Head over there. Kat has a print or a painting of the Prague that Len done, and she absolutely loves it. Trashing, who do I talk to make one of Lanzini's free kicks? Cantown Land, Trash. Go to cantownland.com. Get in touch with him. Len! There's a customer for you. Flirt with him. Flirt with her. But if you contact Cantown Land, then you'll be able to... He will do custom paintings for you. He will. I got one done of my dog. Miles saying, listening to you guys at a hotel date. Not moved. So I've ordered room service, dinner / supper. Wait, you're on a date and you're listening to us. Stop. Like, I appreciate your support. Drop a like on it before you disappear, right? But if you're on a date, put your phone away, whatever it is, put it away. Just go date. Right, go. Don't be doing this. Will would like Len to do one of the Craswell's free kick against Man United. Get in touch with him, cantownland.com. Parking, I don't get any commission from him, but he's very good. We get on well. He's here, he's in the live chat, right? But he's been a very good supporter to Hammer's chat over the years. So I'm happy to support him. He supports us, we support him as well. There you go. It's good. Malcolm says, Len is brilliant. He's done 2 bespoke paintings for me too. There you go. I can only We have a rule at Hammers Chat. If we won't buy it or use it ourselves, we won't promote it. And I stick by that and I stand by that. Whether you believe me or not is up to you, but that's the truth. And so there you go. Canton Lynn. Tractor saying, not ashamed to say, the missus and I have had some good times with Gio in the background. I hope you paused for a moment and dropped a like on the video, though. But I'm pleased I can offer some foreplay. There we go. Dom saying, pressurised Diop and he will make a mistake. We know that from when he played for us. Essex Vix is in the living room. Mrs. watching Bridgerton and I'm hiding on a laptop using a VPN. That's that filthy stuff, isn't it? Bridgerton. I don't watch it, but guilty pleasure on like a Sunday morning, Saturday morning when we're having breakfast is Gogglebox. I know. I quite like Gogglebox, all right. And Bridgerton's on Gogglebox sometimes. And it's just filth. Whenever they watch it, the clips that come on is just filth. Liam saying, what channel is the West Ham game on? It's on TNT Sports something. I don't know. I had to go on the Discovery app to get it. It's not on one of the top 3 channels. TNT 5, thank you to Cockney Boy in the live chat. Rudy saying, I didn't need to stop. The videos are only 8 minutes and I was done before that. Brilliant. Brilliant. Yeah, but to be fair, Alan, there's also an ad break or two, so don't you do yourself a disservice, right? Ray saying, what do we think about KSI taking over the Daggers? I'm all for it. I think it's a good thing. I think I'd imagine they're going to be getting whoever works in their marketing and sponsorship department at that football club will be fielding calls like they've never had before. And any sponsorship for the front of the shirt or anything like that for next season and beyond, it's an easy sell. They're going to charge more than anyone else probably just because that company will get images of KSI with the shirt with their company. For a lot of brands, that's going to be very, very appealing. So I think it's a good thing. As long as it doesn't become too... You don't want to become football manager, right? You don't want to become a real-life football manager. That's the one thing that would always make me a little bit nervous. And I think when celebrities get involved, some of them are good and some of them are not so good. Like the Hollywood duo at Wrexham came in and the first thing they said was, right, let's hire football people, right? We're not football people. Let's hire them and let them do their thing. We'll provide support. We'll do the marketing side of things. We'll bring the money in, but we'll let people who know what they're doing use the money. And as long as it's done properly, I'm all for it. Trash, you didn't have to put a super chat in to ask this question. This is for Len. I don't know how you spell your name. Please help me. This is for Gio. Diop is going to be bad as hell, but still a nice line. Right, canningtownlen.com. Right, I will type it out for you. I don't think I can put links into the live chat. YouTube don't like it. But what I can do for you, you have a look at the screen. Townlen.com. Look at that. There you go. Tevin. There you go. That's it spelt out for you. canningtownlen.com. You just whack that into your URL bar and then you'll be able to contact the line correctly. Harry, do you know something? I've got a confession for you and you might like it. You might not. I don't know. I'm going to tell you anyway. So we worked with HelloFresh a couple of years ago and the deal was like one video every 2 months or something. It wasn't a lot of videos, but it was over a long duration of time. So we signed like a 12-month contract with them. And the first couple of times I promoted HelloFresh, Harry commented that he was a greengrocer and he hated HelloFresh. He didn't need to explain why, because the reasons are obvious. Now, since the contract came to an end, Harry, because of you, we did not renew. HelloFresh wanted to renew, and they've approached us again since. I could get an email up on the screen and prove it if you don't believe me. And we've said no thank you because of yourself, Harry. I seen what you said. I thought what you said was very true. As someone that is annoyed with how the high streets have become, and I appreciate this is just a geo thing and it's a really petty thing, I thought, no, I'm not going to have HelloFresh again. And I've only got good things to say about them. The food arrived and stuff. So when I said it was really good, I meant that it was really good. But I'm not going to promote them again because of Harry. So there you go, Harry. You cost me money. But the truth is, I didn't really consider it from your perspective until you commented, and it changed my opinion of it a little bit. And there you go. Hopefully that's something half interesting for you this evening. Thank you to Daniel saying, definitely, if we win tonight, do you think we stay up? Come on, you Irons. 2-1 West Ham. I'll strongly believe we can, Daniel. I think that's why I feel really nervous, because it's up until now I've been like, no, we're just going to run out of games. We're going to run out of games. And up until now, we've been almost like reflecting the results of teams around us as well. We win, they win, we draw, they draw. But we've gained on Nottingham Forest now because of their last couple of defeats, and Leeds have lost. Yeah, I feel like if we win tonight, it's game on again, and I will have belief that we can go on and do it. And I think it will get worse before it gets better. Do you know, in Manchester City, then Aston Villa, I think that's two difficult fixtures. But then I think we've got an okay run, and I'm still holding on that hopefully, by match day 37, Newcastle aren't playing for anything. And by match day 38, Leeds United are not playing for anything. And we might have two fixtures against two teams who perhaps we could win. That's what I'm hoping for. And there you go. Right then. Simmons saying, that Potts can't be in contention for tonight, but will be available for the FA Cup game on Monday. Surely it should be 2 Premier League games and the following cup fixture. The problem with that, Simmons, is what happens if we got knocked out. He'd have a game. He'd be suspended for a game next season. So I get why they do it. I think what they do is the right thing personally. Yeah, I get what you're going to say. Well, because there's no FA Cup game, just make it next season. But then that's when you're changing the rules quite a lot and stuff like that. So I'm okay with the way it is. Avid saying, know how bad you've been looking for a new sponsor? Couldn't have been easy. Listen, we're very picky. I know sometimes YouTubers can come across as cash grabbers, and I'm sure there's been times people have clicked on this and thought, oh yeah, why are you promoting them and stuff like that. It's a bit like Boyle Sports. We promote Boyle Sports. They ditched us because we were supporting the protests. But since then, because people weren't keen on us having a gambling sponsor, and again, completely understand, even though I gamble personally, we've not had a gambling sponsor on board and we've stayed away from them. They offer you very lucrative terms. Brand deals with gambling firms are much bigger than brand deals with anyone else for obvious reasons. But we'd rather just turn them down, roll our sleeves up. In the raffle, we've been trying to do the raffles kind of thing and generate income that way so that we can have less brand deals. Mark saying, have you got the Shirt Framing Company sponsor going? If so, share the link. Yeah, it's Shirt Framing Company. But if you use the code HammersChat, you'll get 5% off. But just for transparency purposes, we get a little bit of money every time someone purchases a frame from them. We'll promote them a bit more going forward because myself and Goins are going to get T-shirts framed up. And then we'll show you the job they do. But I've got a couple of things framed by them. I can go get them if you're asked. And they are brilliant at what they do. We think they're the best at what they do. And that's why we wanted to work with them. And it took a little while to get going, but we've got it done now. So, there you go. George says, my bum is like a chewed orange. So nervous. I've not heard that one before, but I can relate. Kelly's one saying it's a choice between Potts and Magassa. It's Magassa all day. He offers better attacking and creative qualities. Larry saying, were you sponsored by Ball Sports for a week? 5 weeks. It was meant to be all season, but it was 5 weeks because we promoted the protests. Yeah. Asset saying, just been to hand over the keys to my deceased parents' house. Found my Simon Dixie book in Lampert Senior top. Well, first of all, I hope everything's okay. I can't imagine that's an easy thing to do. So bless you. I hope you and your siblings are all good. But that shirt that you've got. It's a very, very nice shirt to have, actually. So get that framed up, get that on the wall. But I hope you're okay. Brad wants a sneak peek. Okay, right. Well, give me 1 second. Let me go get... I don't have a shirt that's framed by them. I've got other stuff. I'm going to run. I'll be quick. There's a light show at Craven Cottage. I bloody hate that shit. Right. 1 sec. 1 sec. Here we go. I'm back quick. Because it was at the front of the wardrobe. Oh, here we go. There you go. That's one of the things they've done. They've done this for me. So I've got signed DiCanio's armband, and you can put whatever pictures you want in. Plaque, sorted. Beautiful piece of kit. This is the framing company we're using. The best ones, in my opinion. So you can get 5% off using the code HammersChat. I'll share the details on another video though, properly. Right then. Harry, do you have a contact email? Yes. HammersChat@gmail.com. It should be in the description below. Sean's just bought a last game at Bowl Inn from Canning Town Len. Love that. Absolutely love it. Brad saying that's bloody good, to be fair. Yeah. It is good. JP saying looks class with armband not being in. It is in the centre. It's because there's a Velcro bit. Let me show you again quickly, JP. It is very central. But the bit... I can't see what you're seeing. Hang on. This bit, that's Velcro. That's what that black square is. It's not a black square. It's hard to tell, but there's Velcro there because it's a real captain's armband. Right then. Couple of minutes to go till kickoff. Jonathan, just joined and heard something about sponsorship. Please don't. You need to go back and listen properly, Jonathan. Robbo's saying, I'm going for a 2-1 win tonight. If we go into April, no more than 4 points behind Forest, I think we stay up. Pete saying it's foggy. It is definitely foggy. And I've been... Jelly saying, now I can get my Pablo better shirt framed. You can. Use R1 if you don't mind. Right then, we've got one from Chaz saying, always wondered how do you support West Ham. Love the show. My dad made me. He's a West Ham fan. I have to support West Ham. Sorted. And lastly from Len saying, can you lead us through a minute of deep breathing and visualizing a positive outcome? Well, I'm not going to do the breathing part. Right. But I can do a minute. I can do a minute of positive stuff. Right. Let me just get the big board up. Big clock up. There we go. Right. We win tonight. We come, hopefully, depending on what goes on. Assuming Forest lose against Man City, we win tonight. We'll come out the bottom 3, a point behind Spurs before their game tomorrow. That's definitely positive. 3 points behind Leeds United, who we play on the final day of the season. We only need to be 2 points behind Leeds United after 37 games played. So, in theory, you could look at it that we're 1 point behind Leeds United if we win tonight. We'll need to get one more point in the end between now and the end of match day 37. And if we beat Leeds on the last day, we finish above them. It's in our hands then. We've got some bloody good players. Bowen will know he's not been playing well. He will know and he will do everything he can. These boys have given everything the last few weeks. Since the Wolves game, I've had zero complaints about the effort levels from anyone in our team. I think everybody's been given everything. Everyone's trying hard. We conceded 5 against Liverpool and we didn't let our heads drop. This is a team at the start of the season that was conceding a goal and giving up and crumbling. But we went to Anfield, conceded 5, and we were still battling as if it was 0-0. There's a lot to like about this team. There's a lot to dislike. But this team's certainly capable of getting 3 points. A huge 3 points as well. Fingers crossed. I am nervous. Kick-off just moments away at Craven Cottage. Let me get my big clock ready to rock and roll. Matt is writing in his book. Do you know something? I'm going to gamble. I'm going to go try piss. I'll be back in like 30 seconds. I don't really need a pee, but I'm going to need one if I don't try. Back in a sec. I forgot to mute myself. I'm back. Why have I put that in? No one's here. It's just me and you. The smallest pee I've ever done. Oh, bloody hell. We've had a chance already. I think it was off. Oh, bloody hell. We're nearly. Tati's just had a shot saved. I'm all over the place here. Apologies, everyone. Let me get this clock sorted out. What are we on? 50. Right. Bloody hell. And go. There we go. Clock's up and running. Sorted. I can relax now. Sorted. Anyway, we've had a shot on target already. Tati. Decent enough save by Leno. Comfortable enough save too. One you'd expect him to make. Anyway, Tadibo is playing right centre-back. He's coming from Mad Panos. It's a direct swap as well. You know, previously we've seen Tadibo as a left centre-back in the back four, but not tonight. He's right centre-back. Disasi keeping his place at left centre-back, and the centre-backs are just playing around with Hermansen at the minute. King and Jimenez just sitting off, allowing them to have the ball, and Hermansen goes long. Head away, but Souček heads it down to Bowen, but him and Wilson weren't on the same wavelength, and Robinson gives it to Iwobi before he gets on his way. And Robinson's very, 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 very quick. Fast player, comes down that left-hand side, puts a deep ball in for Jimenez, but too much, and it bounces away for Juve to clear at the back post. Down the line for Wilson, but as well recovered by Fulham, and Sanderberg knocks it back to Leno. Thank you very much for joining me. I appreciate it. Cameron Bassey plays out to Tete in this right back position before he just knocks out to Chukwueze. And Juve very high up the pitch pressing. Where's Somerville? Oh, he's higher up. Oh, I couldn't see him there. He's high up the pitch. Juve was just so high. But that's really good defended by Juve. A long ball towards Chukwueze, and Juve just handed it calmly back to Hermansen, who just keeps it at his feet. The stat from TNT Sports showing us that Fulham have got the most goals in the first 10 minutes of games so far this season. 6 goals in the Premier League. As Hermansen gives it to Disasi, and he just fizzes it into the feet of Callum Wilson, who's looking for a free kick. The referee says no. As Fulham recover the ball, and Kearney gives it into Iwobi, who's dropped deep to pick it up. Out to Chukwueze on this right-hand side. He's cutting in. Does a quick 1-2 and gets his shot away into the hands of Mads Hermansen. Good play there by Fulham. Chukwueze with a little 1-2 with Kane getting his shot away, but it was a tame effort, easily saved. And Tete has just fouled Somerville. So a good start to the bet. That's one of our things we needed. Somerville will be fouled twice, so he's fouled the just the once. Milliken saying you're not watching, Gio. Yes, I'm watching the game, unless you mean something else, but I'm watching the match. As we went back with a free kick, Manson goes long down the left-hand side, but Tete cut it out. And it ends up with Calvin Balsey in that left centre-back role. He just strolls out of defence with it. Good player. I'm a big fan. Robinson puts it down, overhit, and it's out for a goal kick to West Ham United. Gary saying Villa are 1-0 up. They're currently playing Chelsea at Villa Park. Disasi will take the goal kick and he just rolls it to Hermansen. Fulham not pressing too quickly. They're happy to sit off. They're high up the pitch, Fulham. They're there, but they're not just engaging. And it's forcing us to sort of go long, and our long balls haven't been great so far. It's only 5 minutes in, but I think all of them actually have found a Fulham player. Disasi's been forced to use his left foot a lot so far. But Fulham now, they're just playing around at the back at the moment, and we are doing a very similar thing where we've got the players there, but we're not really engaging in a high tempo press or anything, as Bassi goes back to Leno and Tati will press him. And we're trying to box them in. Even Wan-Bissaka's high up the pitch there, but it sort of worked in Fulham's favour as he puts it into Jimenez, who gives it to Robinson, and Tadibo hooks it away, and it's a throw in to Fulham just inside their own half, which they take quickly and begin the build up down that left hand side with Kearney, now Robinson. All the way back to Leno, a very low tempo to the game. Saying that, both teams have had a shot on target, although neither troubled the keeper too much. Bit of head tennis going on at Craven Cottage currently, and it bounces through to Leno. A lot of comments in the live chat saying that we've got our 12th man tonight. The fans are singing their hearts out, which you would expect. Seeger's saying it's the first time his stream is in front of me. If you're watching on TV, you will be in front of me. I've just got the Discovery app on the iPad. Burn, it's late to the party. More nervous than I've been all season. Feel like we lose tonight, it's probably game over. Feel like we'll struggle against City and Villa and we're running out of road. That's how I feel as well, Burn it. So fingers crossed we can get the win. It would be nice to hear that, you know, City are beating Forest and we start winning. And Bossy, the timer's right for my stream. It's not right for the stream. I'm behind real time, but what I'm watching is the same as the clock on the screen. And Tadibo may have fouled him, and as referee says no, but Robinson has fouled. Sorry, King has fouled Bowen. Free kick to West Ham. The West Country Iron Hammer, you pay £31 for Discovery. No, it's I think it's part of my Sky package or something. I've got TNT Sports with my Sky Sports, and I think this comes with it. Well, it is TNT Sports, isn't it? That's what I'm watching on. It's just on the Discovery app. I don't know how it works. Anyway, we've given it away a little bit cheaply there, and they try and work it through to Jimenez, but they fail, and Tadibo picks up the ball just on the edge of our box, and he's under no pressure and rolls it out to Wan-Bissaka. A low-tempo game so far. Milliken's had the stream 20 minutes delayed and was confused as to why I wasn't talking about the game. Brilliant. Brilliant. Fulham just break it here at the minute with Chukwueze. Looks for Jimenez and Tadibo intercepts it. He was in space with Fulham striker. It's Robinson. Bowen slides in. It falls to King. And he's put it wide, and that felt like a couple of half chances there. I thought that ball to Jimenez was on. It was just a really bad pass which Tadibo intercepted, and it's a poor clearance by him to Robinson. And it's a half chance for King, and he puts it well wide. Bit of a let-off there, in my opinion. I think that pass from Chukwueze to Jimenez was really poor. I think the striker peeled away from Tadibo and got himself 2 or 3 yards of space. Just a bad pass. We go along with the goal kick on this occasion. No centre-backs in the box. As Tom Kearney brings it down after a little bit of a head tennis. And Fulham go back to Leno. He goes long on this occasion. Looking for Jimenez up against Tadibo. A good battle there, but Tadibo came out on top. Souček flicks on. And Robinson goes back to Leno. It's not the best. Craven Moore saying Jimenez loves scoring against us. I did have a look. I think he's like 7-12 or something like that. I won't be far off. I did have a look because I felt the same as you, Craven, and well, you are right. He does love scoring against us. Today we'll just fizzing it into Wan-Bissaka, but it's a horrendous touch by Wan-Bissaka. Unfortunately, it comes off with Iwobi and goes out for a throw in, but I don't know what he was trying to do. Takes it quickly, Tatty flicks it through to Bowen, who's in behind Robinson. His cross is blocked, it's a throw into West Ham. Right down in that corner on our right-hand side as we approach the 10th minute. It's just come up on my screen that Arsenal are leading away to Brighton. Saka scoring. And you might think, boo, I actually think that's a good thing because it's going to put the pressure on Man City. City will be aware that Arsenal are winning and they're currently playing Nottingham Forest. We're just playing around at the back in a minute. Disasi on the ball and goes back to Hermansen as Jimenez begins to press. And our goalkeeper returns it to our French centre-back. One of our French centre-backs. Hermansen playing into Thomas Souček on this occasion. We're struggling to move the ball from the defence into the midfield. We've got a lot of it along our back line, but we're not really getting the ball into the midfield. Callum Wilson dropped deep there and wanted it, but we've gone long out to Jared Bowen on this right touchline, and that's what we're going to have to do a bit more of. Go a little bit long out to Bowen in Somerville, get them high up the pitch, because as soon as that happened there with Bowen, it allowed the whole team to push up in. Before you know it, Juve's in space, and we've got into Somerville's feet, and it's in our defence again, but we're on the halfway line instead of on the edge of our box, as Wan-Bissaka gives it to Bowen, tries a quick 1-2, but Robinson's too quick. He's going to struggle to outpace him. Forces the left back to make a bad clearance though. However, Fernandes and Souček, I think it was, got in each other's way a little bit, and Fulham have taken advantage. Chukwueze with a poor pass though, looking for Tete. Tadibo rolls it back to Hermansen, who has to clear first time. But Diop does really well against Callum Wilson. It allows it just to go through to Leno. Belshar saying it looks very pedestrian. I couldn't agree more. It's 12 minutes gone and it's quite scrappy so far. Neither team are really dictating play or looking good at this point. Dom saying both teams playing very meh. Paul saying very poor. I agree. I think both teams are quite underwhelming, to be kind. But still 0-0. Hopefully we can rustle up a chance pretty quickly. As Fulham come forward with it, Callum Bassey just dribbling out of defence, looking for the run of Jimenez, but Disasi does really well just to nudge him and pick the ball up and find Jared Bowen. A good play there by the defender. Gives it into Tate. And we've seen a lot more of Tate so far in this game compared to the previous two. Obviously Callum Wilson and the team, he's in between the centre-backs and Tate's just maybe dropping 5-10 yards over on that right-hand side with Jared Bowen, and they're linking up quite well, although they're not taking advantage at the minute. I think I'd like to see it swap a little bit. I think I'd be saying to Tate to come over to our left-hand side and try and link up with Somerville and try and get him in behind Tete rather than trying to get Bowen in behind Robinson, which, even if Jared Bowen's in form, it's a difficult challenge. Robinson is really, really quick. And I don't just mean like for a left back. I mean, he's one of the, certainly pre-injuries, one of the quickest players in the Premier League. So I think I'd prefer us to see us try our luck down the left-hand side rather than the right. But at the minute, Tate is still slightly to the right, whereas Wilson's slightly to the left. We're just playing it around inside our own half at the minute between Tadibo and Disasi. Somerville drops deep to get it, but he's got no options, so he goes back to Disasi, and we're back to Hermansen, who's just taking his time. Hermansen's got the ball, but Fulham have got no interest in pressing him. Jimenez and King, neither of them are going towards Hermansen because they know that's what we want. We want someone to go so we can pass to the player they're marking. So they just stand there and let the keeper have the ball. It's not a bad thing to do when it's 0-0. But Somerville's done really well. Gives it to Callum Wilson. Looks like Somerville passes over hit, but not a bad idea. I want to see a little bit more than that. I would like to see a bit more movement like that and more passes like that. Somerville did well, just tried to take on a couple of players and Wilson went and linked up well with him. As Juve intercepts a poor clearance from Fulham, gives it to Jared Bowen, but Robinson gets there first, but it doesn't get under control. Wan-Bissaka picks it up, gives it to Tati, lays off Jared Bowen! Blocked, and a corner kick to West Ham. And I want to say, I like that from Jared Bowen. I like it. Taking a shot on early, taking a shot on first time. That's what I want to see from him. Good ball by Wan-Bissaka, good layoff by Tati. Really good play by Tati and Bowen there, actually. And it's deflected wide by Diop. But as we were reminded at the weekend, deflections can go anywhere. Corner kick to West Ham. Bowen to take over on the right-hand side. And I have to say, I think his corners have been really good recently. Let's hope for another one. Obviously, Tati got the assist at Anfield, peeling off to the back post. And it comes from Jared Bowen. And it's chested behind by Iwobi. And it's another corner. A few half-hearted claims from some West Ham players saying Iwobi used his arm and the referee's just going to halt play so they can double check it with VAR, but it didn't look like it hit him in the arm to me. Let's have a look. I mean, it hits him in the arm. It certainly hits him in the arm. I think it's that bit of the sleeve, it's above the cuff, and he'll get away with that. It definitely hits him in the arm, though. He is pausing it. He's leaning towards it and stuff. It's Iwobi's trying to say it hit him there. It definitely it hits Iwobi right here. It hits him there. It's definitely on the arm. 100% on the arm here. I just think they're taking a minute to have a look, but I think they tend to use the sleeve, don't they? Anyway, play will resume. Jared Bowen takes the corner, and it comes. Overhit, headed away by Berg at the back post. Juve picks it up. But it's good play by Chukwueze to prevent him trying to get a cross in, and it's cleared. And Iwobi brings it down. Fernandez is battling away, and the referee gives a free kick to Fulham. Fernandez is going to get a yellow card for his troubles, and I think Calvin Bassey has maybe talked him into giving a booking there. Fernandez unhappy. I don't think it's a bad foul by Fernandez. I think there was someone, I think it was Chukwueze and acres of space out on that right-hand side. A lot of people in the chat understandably a bit unhappy, thinking it was a handball. Definitely hit him in the arm, that's for sure. But I've always understood it. The rule is where the sleeve cuts. I know it's a stupid rule, but I've always believed that it's where that sleeve shirt ends or is expected to end. That's handball. Below that and above it, they don't consider it as handball. That's why I don't think it's handball personally. And that's if my interpretation of the rules is correct, though. But it's very stupid from Iwobi, I will say that. The problem is you'll see it given somewhere else. Here you go. This is what Lewis has just said, the exact same thing. My issue isn't whether it's handball, it's the fact that next week a home team will get a similar decision given. Yeah, I completely agree. And it comes from Wan-Bissaka, the throw in. It's not a great throw in. It's been headed away. Souček knocks it down towards Bowen, but Tom Kearney picks it up. And he just plays it down that left-hand channel. Jimenez brings it down really well. Disasi's pressurising him, and he's committed a foul. Free kick to Fulham, just inside their half, which they've taken quickly. And Chukwueze shrugs off Somerville, and he's now running at Juve, and he's found Josh King. Good touch, but Todibo, and that is brilliant defending by Todibo. It's not a bad first touch by King, but it's enough to allow Todibo get between the ball and the man and just shield out for a goal kick. V saying, what happens if you have long sleeve? They just take it from there, just above the elbows where they've had to cut off. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure. James is saying the same. It's been that way for a while. I agree, but then Stephen saying, Tony Gale on the commentary saying he thinks it's handball. So you've got an ex-player, professional pundit thinking it's handball. That's always been my interpretation. Up here, no pen. Anyway, Hermansen gives it to Disasi. Out to Juve. And he goes long down that left side. But Diop wins it, handing it down to Berg. And it's hooked away by Leno. It's a really bad clearance and it bounces awkwardly, but no one's really challenging for it. But Juve wins it eventually. 20 minutes gone at Craven Cottage. Still Fulham 0, West Ham United 0. West Ham have thrown on our left-hand side, just inside Fulham's half. And it's another throw-in just a couple of yards further down the line, which Juve will try and take again. Tate and Wilson over that side at the minute. Somerville's there too. And he's still not taking it, but he goes long looking for Somerville, who's sandwiched, and it's come off Diop, and it's gone out for a corner to West Ham. We got a little bit lucky there. It wasn't the best throwing in the world by Juve, and it's just hit Diop on his back, and it's bounced out for a corner. On our left-hand side, I assume Somerville is going to go take this, as he has done in the previous couple of games. Corner kick to West Ham, first one over on this side, third corner of the game. And it comes from Somerville. It's a really bad corner, and it's cleared away by Iwobi. And he's going to chase after himself, and it's not going to go out for throw-in, but Juve gets there, and he goes backwards, and it's not a great pass by Juve, and Wan-Bissaka will get there, but a bit bad corner and a bad back pass, and Hermansen goes long looking for the run of Callum Wilson, who's doing his best to get in behind the Fulham defence, and Leno just plays out to Robinson. Diop on the ball, gives it out to Tete. Into Kearney. And it goes back to Sanderberg. And Fulham are very, very, very patient, shall we say. They haven't provided too much threat, but you could say nor have we. And Iwobi gives it to Robinson, and it hits him in the back to heel. West Ham getting a little bit lucky there. We've managed to give it to Jared Bowen, who's got a bit of space now with Robinson out of position. Bowen's hesitating a little bit because there's little options for him on at this point, but he's done well to hold it up and get back onto his left foot, although Bassey's hassling him. It hits Bassey in the hand, but of course this referee doesn't give handball, so we continue. Just for anyone unaware, I didn't think it was a handball. It's a free kick to Fulham, Somerville committing the foul. Referee just explaining to Somerville as to why he's conceded a free kick. I'm not sure what he's complaining about. I thought it was a free kick all day long, to be honest with you, but we continue. Diop will take the free kick. No, he will not. Sanderberg will, as he ushers Diop away so that he can free Diop up. And he's taking a minute here, Berg. There's nothing on for him. So he gives a quick 1-2 with Kearney. And he goes back to Leno, which is quite a frequent pass for Fulham so far this evening. And Calvin Bassey just slowly strolling forward with it. He's ushering players up the pitch. And it's gone back to Bassey, who's got no one in front of him. And we're going to have to be careful because that's not the first time that's happened. And he will run with it eventually. And that's confident defending by Juve. A cross came in, he just chested back to Manson, who's rolled it straight out to Somerville, and Juve's on the overlap. Somerville uses him. Good break here for West Ham. Juve lines up the cross. It's a really poor cross, though, and it's straight into Leno's hands on the ground. It was a really, really poor cross from Juve. Good opportunity, though. Good play there by the three of them. You know, Juve's chest back to Hermansen, quickly released it to Somerville, gave it to Juve. That bit was really good, but just the final ball was terrible. Anyway, Fulham coming away here. King shrugging off Fernandez, who can't touch him. He's on the yellow card. Juve can't get near him, and Disasi has to make a last-ditch tackle there. A bit too laid back, our defending. I think Juve just stopped. He just gave up. Somerville under pressure from Tete. and fouled by Tete. Surely the referee saying no as Jimenez picks the ball up. Gives it to King, looks for Chukwueze, but this is good defending by Juve. And he puts out for throw-in. And he looks for a free kick, but I don't think he's going to get that. No, I certainly wouldn't give it to him. Robinson on the ball. 25 minutes gone at Craven Cottage. Nearly a few seconds short as Bassi goes back to Diop. Tete. Dale saying this is poor. Should have stayed 4-3-3. James saying this isn't giving him much confidence. Sweet is saying we don't look up for it. As Berg comes forward. Poor pass. Smacked away by Wan-Bissaka. Little composure in the West Ham team right now. Nerves, lack of confidence, system, combination of various different things. I think it's probably the latter. I think it's a little bit of all of it. But I've been pretty disappointed by what I've seen so far. Started very brightly with a quick shot from Tate, and since then, not much. As King's cross is deflected, and it's a corner kick to Fulham. Trey says, Wilson playing, haven't heard you say his name. Yeah, he's there. I've seen him touch the ball once, I think, but he's not doing much. Just reminding us we've conceded 15 goals from corners this season. Bournemouth, Burnley, Chelsea all on 9. They're the next best. As Tom Kearney will take the corner from their right-hand side. Left footer, in swinger, in it comes. And it's headed away. But goes back to Tom Kearney, who flicks it back to Robinson, who'll send it in from deep this time. But it's headed at the front post by Callum Wilson. Into Jared Bowen. A break could be on for West Ham. Not the best pass to Somerville, but he's got it on the left. And he goes past Robinson and he's brought down. And the referee somehow hasn't given the free kick. What's that about? How is that not a free kick? Robinson had one plan there, and that was just to stop Somerville. Somerville's too quick. He didn't fancy it. And he just blocked him, and the referee's given nothing. Nuno's approaching the fourth official as Awobi has a shot, but into the arms of Hermansen. Jared Bowen getting on the referee's case as well about that potential foul on Somerville. You don't want to... He's given a foul against Somerville and Tete now. Somerville's not too happy. He's starting to get wound up a little bit, I think, Somerville. You can tell by his body language. He's... And in fairness, it's happening every week, isn't it, where he gets chucked around and doesn't really get much free kicks. And it comes from Chukwueze, but Wan-Bissaka heads it, and Jimenez had gone to the back post there. Jimenez had just peeled off into Wan-Bissaka territory, but the defender's done really well as Fulham try and build up down that left, but Todibo currently has it. He's under pressure, and there's nothing on for him at all, Todibo. He's just got to clear it as far as he can, and it's out for a throw into Fulham on their left-hand side on the halfway line, which they've taken quickly. They're starting to build a bit of momentum in the game, Fulham. They're starting to string a few passes together, get a few shots away, create... They haven't really created a clear-cut chance yet, but they're certainly getting into areas where they could. And I think we're looking a little bit... We're getting pulled apart here by Fulham, I think. Just looking at us out of possession here, and Bowen's in line with our defence. Jared Bowen is literally in line with Wan-Bissaka, Todibo, Disasi. As Chukwueze runs at Juve, cuts in, gives it into Iwobi, gets it back. We're at 6s and 7s defensively. He gives it to Berg on the overlap. His cross comes in. It's headed away by Wan-Bissaka. Somerville just volleys it anywhere, and it's not the best volley in the world, but we'll get away with it. Tate gets fouled, and the referee actually gives a free kick on this occasion against Tom Kearney. And Sean saying Magassa on, Wilson off, and I do think there's a strong call for that. You don't really want to be making a sub after half an hour because the player coming off's not going to appreciate it, but I do think there's a serious consideration required here that maybe you do just do the sub now and just plug that midfield, because we are struggling a bit, and also Wilson's so ineffective. It's half an hour in, and we've not seen him at all. At the minute, we're just booting it away, and it's coming back at us. But approaching the 30-minute mark, Nuno having a word with Somerville. Hermansen will take the free kick just inside our half. He goes long, looking for Jai Bowen out on that right touchline. Bowen gets his head on it, but Robinson brings it down and does well to keep it in and clear it down that line. Jimenez and Todibo battling away. It ends up with the Fulham striker, who's now running at Fernandez. Gives it to Berg, but Juve does really well just to read the play and make that interception. He gives it to Tati. A chance for West Ham to maybe get forward here. As Tati's on the ball. Juve's on the overlap. Bowen's in a bit of space. Tati gives it to Jai Bowen. It's on his right foot. High and wide. Don't think he should be shooting there, Bowen. I don't think he should be shooting there. It's a very, very difficult angle. On his left foot maybe, but not on his right foot. I think Wilson, Tati, Somerville in the box as well. I think there was quite a few. Both strikers looked a bit pissed off as well. And I don't mind that, by the way. I like to see your strikers demand the ball. You've got a problem when your strikers don't want the ball in situations like that. Anyway, Leno goes long into the feet of Jimenez, who flicks it onto nobody, and Disasi hooks it into Souček. But Tete clears it away, and it's just come through here that Manchester City are beating Nottingham Forest. Semenyo has scored, and it's currently Manchester City 1, Nottingham Forest 0. Good news, but we have to do our bit. As it stands, we will cut the gap to 1 point. However, a win would take us out of the bottom 3. Come on, boys. What more motivation do they need? None. They can't get any. And we've got a free kick just inside our half. Jimenez is clattered into Todibo in the air. And he's certainly feeling it, Todibo, the bottom of his back. Looks in genuine pain too. Hermansen takes a free kick between the centre-backs for some reason and gives it to Fernandez, but he's very high up, Hermansen. You don't want to lose the ball, that's for sure, because you're just inviting someone to shoot from the halfway line. As Robinson clatters into the back of Jai Bowen, we've got a free kick inside our half. Just inside Fulham's half, over on our right-hand side. And it's showing us the Man City goal, which I'm not against. Nice little finish. Could have done with that cross that Semenyo just got. Could have done with one of them from Bowen just 2 minutes ago. Weird free kick. We've crossed it into our centre-back, and I don't like things like that. But Juve's done excellent. Gives it to Somerville. Into Wilson. Come on, go. Out to Juve. Tate's been brought down the middle of the pitch, and it's ended up with a goal kick to Fulham. And this ref's a prick. Tate just got hauled down in the middle of the pitch there, and the referee's just, to be fair, he might not see it, but surely the linesman or the fourth official did. And I don't know what happened with Juve and Tate. I was distracted by what was happening with Tate, if I'm honest with you. But I watched the ball this time. Callum Wilson gave it to Juve, and it was a bad pass, really. Nothing on it. It was way too weak. Way too weak. And I think the angle's a bit wrong as well. It needs to be a bit more straight from Wilson to get him running in towards the goal, not running towards the corner flag. Anyway, it's a goal kick, and it was a goal kick. Tete got there first and played it off Juve. Good run from our left back, just a piss poor pass. Goal kick to Fulham. Leno will take. We're certainly on the edge of the box. John, I thought it was a different referee. That's not the referee I thought it was. Sorry. Delete. I think this guy, I could be wrong. I think he hasn't done many Premier League games before. I'm sure the other referee was called Tom. Remember who did we play? I can't remember who we played, but in the live chat, in the watch along, we all thought the referee had a good game. And I think it was the only time we've said it this season, but it was like a new referee. I can't remember his name for the life of me. I can't remember the game either, but I remember us all sat here saying the referee's been good. Was it Bournemouth away? I can't remember. But certainly the live chat, we liked him. And I thought it was him, but it's not him. And we've got a throw in, which Juve takes. And Somerville gives it to Todibo. Out to Jared Bowen. We're enjoying the ball a little bit, which we haven't done for quite some time, as Souček just wiggles away from Jimenez. 35 minutes on the clock at Craven Cottage now. Goes out to Jared Bowen on the right, into Fernandez, who's in a nice bit of space here. He sends the cross in. Not a great clearance by Tete, but it falls to Juve, who tries to play it first time to Tete, but it's not a good pass, and it's been cleared away. Disasi heads up, but it goes out for throw-in to Fulham. Paul saying, I had everyone happy when I said it was a good ref. Yeah, apologies. Does anyone remember the game that we liked the referee? I can't remember. Can't remember what it was now. Anyway, Fulham have taken the throw in and made it, and Diop's made a bit of a hash of it. And we've now got a throw in a similar position, which Juve gives to Tati. Back to Juve into Somerville. Fernandez wants it, gets it. He's under pressure from King, so he goes back to Disasi. And Hermansen plays it out to Todibo, and it's now Aston Villa 1, Chelsea 1. For anyone with João Pedro in the fantasy league team, you've got some points. As Souček goes long over the top for Jared Bowen, who's offside anyway. Goes out for a goal kick, and it's offside. Hockwell saying we don't look like winning this. Not enough quality in our benches. Woeful. Travis saying this is ugly. Carl saying Juve's been shocking. Jonty saying the point of the 4-4-2 system, Nuno is employing both strikers press and Wilson can't press. So much rather have Magassa on. It seems a bit pointless. I agree. That's why I would have put Bowen up front, just to try and have someone that can press, have someone with that energy. You're going to go 4-4-2. Wilson's only useful when you're trying to get a goal and you're high up the pitch and stuff, and we're not that. Fernandez has the ball in a left-back position at the minute. Under pressure, but he finds Juve, but Tete gets there. However, it falls back to Fernandez and he rolls it into Thomas Souček, and he goes back to Hermansen. 37.5 minutes gone at Craven Cottage. Fulham 0, West Ham United 0. Todibo on the ball. Gives it to Disasi. Juve makes the move. Disasi, nothing wrong with the pass from Disasi, but it's rolled over Juve's foot and gone out for a throw-in, which might sum up the game so far. As Fulham work it out to Calvin Bassey, who dribbles forward, and he's going to do this at some point. Bassey's just going to run down the middle of that pitch. Robinson looks for Iwobi. That's a great ball. He cuts it back, but Thomas Souček cuts it out and clears it. That was a chance for Fulham. That was a chance. Fulham haven't seen much of the ball for the last 5 minutes, but they got it there, and suddenly they were in our box unmarked. I don't like this. I do not like this. It's all about getting the win, but the performance ain't suggesting we're going to get this. And the bench ain't suggesting we're going to get this either. Fulham's bench is good. Kearney out to Iwobi. He plays it back to Issa Diop. And out to Tete. He strolls forward with it. But he's been pressed by Tati, who's more left-hand side heavy the last 5-10 minutes now, Tati, after his previous link-up with Jared Bowen. As Iwobi plays out to Chukwueze out on this right-hand side. He's running at Somerville, but that's great defending by Somerville. He stood his ground, made the block, and he even took a deflection on the way out as well. Juve will take the throw in right down in our corner flag. It's not the best throw. Sanderberg heads it down to Kearney. It's quick play by Fulham here. Jimenez goes down in the box, but nothing made of it from the referee or the Fulham player, in fairness. And West Ham cleared it. But Diop and Wilson having a tussle here. Fulham centre-back just clearing it anywhere. And Kearney flicks it on, but Wan-Bissaka brings it down. Good play by Wan-Bissaka. He's got no support. He's just going to have to go himself here. And he does quite well, and it's a massive dive by Wan-Bissaka, and he's going to get booked for this. That is stupid. What's he doing? He's nowhere near. He's just... You could see from a mile away he's dived. That is pathetic. He's not even trying to win a free kick in a good area. He's just out wide on the touchline. What an absolute stupid thing to do. Victory saying, what the fuck, ref? Sorry, Victory, but the ref's bang on. It was an absolute stupid dive from Wan-Bissaka. I could see it a mile away. I don't know if I'm seeing the same thing as you guys. Deborah's now saying no foul, for fuck's sake. Yeah, it wasn't a foul. It was a blatant dive, in my opinion. Robinson looked like he was going to go in, but stopped, and Wan-Bissaka's just throwing himself to the ground. Now, our right-back's on a booking for diving. Oh, my God. Anyway, Bowen's done really well to intercept that pass, and he's got a free kick for his troubles as well after Robinson grabbed a hold of him. Victory's seen the replay and agrees it's a dive now, and he said that he was bored and wanted to lie down. Don't blame you. Katie's saying he's been watching his mate Harry at Man U. That was bad, wasn't it? That was bad. Anyway, Hermansen's going to take the free kick. We've got 3.5 minutes to go. I don't think there will be any stop. There was for the VAR call, wasn't there, for the handball? So maybe there'll be 2-3 minutes added on. As this, Diop currently has the ball, gives out to Tete. Somerville pressing. West Ham pressing high up the pitch, and Somerville puts the block in, throwing to Fulham, and he's turned around to his teammates, urging them up the pitch a little bit. And it's just come through here that it's Aston Villa 2, Chelsea 1. Ollie Watkins with a goal for Villa. Tete takes the throw, plays down the line to Chukwueze. It falls to Jimenez, but it's a really bad pass from him, and it goes to the diver, who does a 1-2 with Fernandez. Adam Wan diving with the ball, gives it back to Fernandez as West Ham just get back into position. Everyone was a little bit higgledy-piggledy. Long ball out to Somerville on the left. Need to see more of this. He's cutting in. Juff on the overlap. In comes Somerville, but headed away by Diop. Not a bad cross, just a little too low. And Berg wins there. Fernandez couldn't go in for that. He's on a yellow card. Get that wrong and you're getting sent off. And Souček goes back to Tadibo. All the way back to Hermansen. But Disasi's in a bit of spacing. I don't know if the centre-backs have switched or they're just caught out at the minute. But Disasi's on the right and Tadibo's on the left now. As they give it into Callum Wilson in the middle of the park. Who pops out to Jared Bowen. Adam Wan Diver on the underlap. Receives it. Cuts it back to Callum Wilson. High and wide. Well, not wide, just high. Really high. Well off target. As good as it's been for us in terms of that build-up, but a bit of a poor effort from Callum Wilson. A difficult one, perhaps. It's coming back to him, bobbling, but takes it first time, and it's a terrible attempt in the end from Wilson. Robinson plays it into Jimenez. It comes to Josh King. And great play for Barry Fernandez. And the referee's going to give the free kick. And don't send him off. Please do not send him off. Please do not send him off. Bowen's doing his best to make sure he doesn't get sent off here. Fernandez is on the yellow card. He's committed a foul on the edge of the box. And that may be a bookable offence. And if so, he's walking. Please do not send him off. The referee hesitated to give it, so I do wonder if that's going to play in his favour. Fernandez gets there. That's not a free kick. Fernandez gets there first. Yeah, King ends up kicking Fernandez. So he's given a free kick. And I think the referee's not sending him off. We've been watching replays, so I'm assuming it's not a red card, but it's not even a foul. King kicks him. So I think it's a free kick. It should be a free kick to West Ham, but it's a free kick to Fulham. But I don't know if he's been sent off or not. It should be a second yellow. Fernandes is still on the pitch. I'm assuming he's not been sent off, but if I'm Fulham, right, I'm saying, well, that's a free kick. It's a yellow. In my eyes, it's not a free kick. It's a free kick for West Ham. But if I'm Fulham, I'm saying, well, if that's a foul, that's a second yellow, that's a yellow card. Alex, we've already discussed, I misidentified the referee. Alex, this is not the referee I thought it was. We've already discussed it. Pay attention. Pay attention. Free kick to Fulham right on the edge of our box, though. Right on the edge. I think it's too close. I think it's very difficult to get this up and over. I think they're probably going to smash it at the far corner. Luckily, we've got Somerville under the wall. That's important. And I think Jimenez is going to smash this. Oh, he tries to get it up and over. Takes a deflection and goes out for a corner kick. Well done to those in the wall. Whoever it was. Disassi. Corner kick to Fulham. This will be the last action of the game. As Kearney takes it short to Iwobi, it goes back to Kearney and back to Robinson, who crosses it. King! Saved by Hermansen. Fucking hell. That was a big chance. Good save, Hermansen. Obviously, if Areola played, he would have picked it up, ran out the goal with it and scored. But Hermansen saved it. And it's half-time at Craven Cottage. Big save. Big save. Big save. Big save. Anyway, half-time. Let's get discussing it. Just want to say a massive thank you to you guys for joining me. If you're new to Hammers Chat, please do subscribe. And please do drop a like on the video as well. So if anyone comes onto YouTube, types in Fulham West Ham, this will be the #1 recommended video. And I just want to say a massive thank you to these two people. Thanks to supporting the live chat. There's no adverts on the live stream. Thanks for supporting the live chat. West Ham 21 saying, sorry I'm late, I had to stay at work. Hope we win tonight. And also from Hyper Focus saying Fulham were woeful second half last Sunday. They'll know we're coming hard. Hope Wilson, Somerville and Bowen have their scoring boots on. And I should stress that super chat was 4 minutes into the game. So I've just taken ages to click on and read out because I was focusing on the old commentating. Right, Jeff was saying the ref is no good. Pandev saying Bowen and Juve both need Joffin. Ben saying that was awful. James saying wasn't handball. The ball had hit below the sleeve and a pen would have been given. As the ball hit the top part of the sleeve, no pen. That's my understanding of the rules, James. Me and you are in agreement, but I appreciate why people think it's a pen. I think it's the fact that he goes towards the ball as well that makes it hard to stomach. Rob saying we look poor, not a team fighting relegation. Lewis saying please Nuno, do not settle for a draw now that City are winning. We need to up our game and go and win. Mike saying we rode our luck and got away with that first half. We need to change it. Magassa on, move Bowen up top, Adama over on the right hand side. Mini, no, we've discussed it. I'm not going to say it again. This is the third time. It's not the referee I thought it was. I thought it was a different referee. That's why I said he was good. I thought it was the one that we had earlier in the season when we all thought he had a good game. I can't remember what game it was. I feel like it might be Bournemouth away, but no one's confirmed. Shep saying, would you take Fernandes off before he gets sent off? No. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll try the change I would make in a second. Let me get through some more comments. Then we'll discuss subs. There's one change and make it half-time. Or there's two. Simon's saying we've got to change this. It's not working. Wan-Bissaka needs subbing. Wilson's too slow and fluffed his chance. Fernandes is risking a red. Simmons saying the team know that they just have to tire us out in the first hour because we've got nothing on the bench. MJ saying defence is doing well. Souček good. Very little going forward. Lee saying Wilson needs to get off the pitch. Nowhere near being able to impact the games as we ain't hanging onto the ball. He's not quick enough and we need to nick the ball and spring off. Robin saying we're 100%. We've got to change formation. Matt saying it's a poor game so far. Chris saying Nuno should change tactics. Wilson off. Bowen is useless. Again. Shay saying, how was that a foul at the end? Did I miss something? Fernandes didn't touch him and got kicked. No, you didn't miss anything. You didn't miss anything. Even the referee's angle, he should have been able to see that King kicked him. Anyway, what I would do, I would bring Magassa on for Wilson. And I would move Fernandes further forward. Not as a striker, into that number 10 role. I'd put Fernandes in that number 10 role. Get him out the middle of the pitch. That's what I would do because he's too good, right? Is he a walking red? Fernandes can't make a foul in the second half because it shouldn't have been a foul, but if you're going to give a foul, I think you should book him. If you think that's a free kick, it should be a yellow card in my opinion. And I think if Fernandes wasn't on a yellow card, I think he would have got one. So he's now a risk, and a big one at that. But I think he's too good. I think he's too good to take off. So I'd move him. I'd try and get him out of that middle of the pitch and just say to him, look, you're just going to have to go higher up the pitch and just do not do anything. Do not get sent off. You cannot get sent off. And I'd be bringing Magassa on to put him in alongside Thomas Souček and put Fernandes higher up. The alternative is you put Fernandes over on the right-hand side, which is a little bit unusual perhaps, and put Bowen up front with Tati and bring Magassa on for Wilson. And it's not quite 4-4-2, more 4-2-3-1 if you like. But I'd certainly be getting Wilson off at half-time. I see no reason to leave him on. He's contributing nothing in the first half, and it's just not the game for him. He's just completely out of it. I'd also possibly be bringing Walker-Peters on for Wan-Bissaka. He's on a yellow card. He's done okay. I think there's been a couple of crosses to the back post and Wan-Bissaka's dealt with them. But I'm now worried about law of averages. I get worried about law of averages sometimes in life in general. Like, you ride your luck, you're going to get found out eventually. And I feel like there's been 2 crosses to the back post and Wan-Bissaka's dealt with both of them really well. I'm not sure I trust Wan-Bissaka to deal with 3 or 4 in a row. So I feel like we're now likely to see him switch off at some point and we're possibly going to get punished for it. The only problem is with Walker-Peters is his height. I think you can sometimes see Walker-Peters get targeted due to his lack of height at the back post, but I don't know. But that's certainly what I would be doing. I'd be bringing Magassa on for Callum Wilson and then maybe move Fernandes. Let me know in the chat. What would you guys do in the live chat? Get involved. Let me know what subs you would make, if any. You don't have to make any, but if you would, what do you want to see? Let's have a little look and see what you're all saying. Grouch saying that said, because of our depth, I don't think we can afford to take another red card anywhere. I agree, but we can't afford to. Put it this way. If Fernandes gets sent off, second yellow card, he misses the FA Cup game. Okay, I don't think it's the worst one in the world to miss. Ideally, we wouldn't miss him at all, and we don't want him to get sent off. But if we had, like, Wolves at home next week, and I use that because that's one of our remaining fixtures, not because I think we'd win, then I'd say, I understand what you're saying, Grouch, but I think actually if he did get a second yellow, miss a game, it's not the worst fixture on the horizon. I'd leave him on. I think he's too good. I think he's too good to take off. If it was a different player, I think the conversation's valid, but I think Fernandes is one of few with quality on the pitch. Victory is saying, stick Souček on the right, push Bowen up front. Bowen needs to stay up there and let Tati play behind him. Goat saying, shit ref. Sean saying, what's wrong with VAR? That was a pen from Iwobi and it wasn't a free kick from Fernandes. VAR doesn't get involved in free kicks, Sean, and quite rightly so. Right, as much as the wrong decision, I don't want to see VAR pissing around with free kicks. Costa saying, we've been playing okay with 4-3-3. Why is Nuno tinkering? Because we were winning with 4-4-2. Costa, we haven't won a game with 4-3-3. We've drawn 2 and lost 1. So I get why he's gone to 4-4-2. It's not the players I'd use, but I get it. Howard 99 saying there's acres in the middle between our defence and midfield. So Fulham put a decent number 10 in there. They'll score. Oi! I don't know why I'm way to defend Josh King, but yeah, I know what you're saying. Then they've got Smith Rowe on the bench as well. Alex saying fair play, tried 2 up front, but it's ineffective. Wilson off, Magassa on. James saying cut out the hoof ball, get Magassa on and keep the ball on the floor. Stevie saying have we no luck? Big Six would have got that penalty and that free kick overturned. You don't get, VAR doesn't get involved in free kicks. No one is getting, right, this is where I get frustrated. If we want to claim conspiracy and that the top 6 get stuff, right, and I think there's merit in that, but we can't, now, you can't make stuff up. You can't say, oh, that was Big Six, the free kick would get overturned. It wouldn't though, would it? The penalty, maybe. I think there's a legitimate conversation that a Big Six club may have got that. I would like to think they wouldn't, but I can't 100% sit here and say they absolutely wouldn't. And as Lewis said during the game, you might see it given next week in favour of the home team. But the free kick it won't get overturned. Hammer saying, I agree, get Magassa on to give a bit of oomph in the middle with Fernandez pushed higher. Adama coming on at some point too. We need this, and Fulham are not playing well either, so it's our chance. I have to agree with that about Fulham, actually. Michael Levy Jr. saying, Magassa and Walker Peters on for Wilson and Wan-Bissaka. Match up midfield. Fernandez in the number 10. I think so. People are agreeing with Fernandez 10. That's all right. You don't have to, but I think... At least I don't think I'm going mental. Duncast saying Wilson for Magassa, Fernandez in the 10 to avoid the red card. Magassa slots in next to Souček. And, I assume he's ran out of characters. Bradley saying the problem with Bowen is how poor his fullback is constantly forced to cover and run the line. At one point in that half, I was commentating on it. Jared Bowen was literally in line with our 4 defenders. He was literally in line with Wan-Bissaka, Disasi, Todibo, etc., etc. It's not good to see. You win the ball back and he's there in a right back position. You want him higher at the bloody pitch. Richard saying, well said, Gio. I don't know what I said, but thanks. Sean said, I like Magassa. He's got a bit of fight in him. Sam saying, need to get Somerville into the game. Kelly saying, control the midfield, bring on Magassa. Roger saying that was a stressful first half. The good news is it's still 0-0. We have to win, but not sure what to change. Maybe Wilson off as he looks lost and had a chance which he missed. Gaines is saying I don't see passion or desire. Don't think you need to change anything other than our mindset. I do wonder, I don't know if this is true, I'm just guessing, suggesting. I do wonder maybe the talk before the game was to stay calm. Because obviously against Chelsea, we've got Todibo sent off. Is it maybe we've gone too far to some extent and we've calmed it right down and we need to just turn the heat up a little bit? I don't know, but I have to agree with those that I think we're lacking a little bit of something today. We are. We need a big improvement in the second half. I'm going to assume Fulham will improve, and if not, they've got a decent bench in order to try and improve in that regard. Charlie saying get Bowen up top next to Tati and get that useless lump Wilson off and get almost anybody on at right midfield to make it happen. Nick saying Magassa for Fernandez, Adama for Wilson and move Bowen in the middle. Scarls for Juve. David saying Bowen's been miles off it for ages now and it blunts our threat. That shot he took on was infuriating. A massive thank you to Fortunes Down Under TV for their continued support of Hammers Chat, and thanks to Fortunes Down Under TV and other people that have donated super chats very kindly. There's no adverts in the live stream, and he said this is another game I see us looking back on saying did we go for it? Intensity isn't there and the players in this formation are too static. We need to take risks now. Agree, we're going to have to roll the dice. Scott, how am I feeling? Can we do it? I mean, yes, but it's going to require change. It's going to require a severe change in attitude and something within the 11, or it's going to require change from the bench. And I think it's the latter at this point. Josh with a curveball. Wouldn't mind seeing three at the back with Somerville and Bowen and Nadawer and our wing backs providing the width. Do you know something crazy? When I just read that, I actually thought you wrote Bowen playing wing back. And I thought, well, that's not a bad idea because he's practically playing wing back anyway. And then I seen what you've actually wrote and you wanted number 10. But now I'm thinking, could you go... I have a crazy idea. Will we do it? Will we do it very quickly? Is it time? Is it time for the tactics board very, very quickly? Have you got a minute? Have we got a minute before kickoff? I think we might just manage it. Let me try this very, very quickly. And then you'll have to let me know if you can see it. In the... they've not got tonight's team. Let me just bear with me, chat. Just bear with me. Right, where am I? I need a Tadibo. And I need a Magasa. Oh no, he started. Is that my team? I think that's my team. Right. Can you all see this? Yeah, you can. You can see that. Right, we've got the... I get nervous when I touch stuff, right? Can you see the tactics board? I'm going to assume so. I'm going to crack on with it, right? Because of that comment, it's just got me thinking off the cuff, right? Could we go Tati up front, Magassa and Souček in the middle, Somerville and Fernandez, Bowen, Wan-Bissaka, you're subbed off, mate. You're away. Juve, Tadibo, Dasasi Mavpanos. Is that crazy? What we're saying, chat, is that crazy? Bowen wing-back feels crazy, but I would argue he's practically playing as a wing-back anyway, isn't he? So could we do that? It gets Fernandez out in the middle of the pitch. Feels a bit crazy. I don't know. Anyway, I'm back. Let me give it a tactics board. I don't like having things open. Right. Perez doesn't like it, but a few people do. I don't hate it. I always take that. That's the like the lowest form of compliment you can get, isn't it? I don't hate it. Anyway, right then. Right, second half underway at Craven Cottage. And we've just gone long from Hermansen. And no changes I'm assuming there's no changes because I can see Callum Wilson. And if we were going to make a change, it would be him, surely. But we've got a corner kick, actually. Just a few seconds into the second half on our right-hand side. A mixed reaction to my tactics board there. Not a tactics board, my suggestion. Bowen will take the corner in front of the away fans. Come on. And it comes from Jared Bowen. It's a good one. It's Souček. Oh, fuck. Tipped over by Leno. It's a save I'd expect my keeper to make. It's down the middle, down the throat, but... It's a chance. We've got another corner now over on the other side, which Somerville will take. Good corner by Bowen. Good header by Souček. Good save by Leno. And it comes from Somerville. It's not deep enough, but Tadibo gets his head on it. And I think Souček was offside, but... And yeah, the play's halted now for offside. Just watching the replay there. Souček gets power on it. And Leno does really well. Get his hand up on that. Unlucky from Souček. Just needed to be a little bit lower, but there's bodies in his way. It's a difficult chance for Souček. Unlucky. Drain Hole saying disco sperm will be needed. Listen, disco sperms for the under 21 games, but if we win, if we get 3 points tonight, you can have disco sperm or space duck. You can have one of the two. And it'll be at the very end after full time. I'm not doing it prior. But it might be a special occasion. So I'm willing to Let one of them boogie. Don't say I don't treat you. Anyway, 45 minutes-ish for West Ham to try and get 3 points, which at the minute would take us out of the bottom three, as Manchester City are currently beating Nottingham Forest by 1-0, as Calvin Bassey goes down the left-hand side with it. Too much for the Wolby, and it goes through to Hermansen. Very, very quickly, very, very thank you to... Oh no, drain hole. That's okay. I've seen it. Right, Hermansen on the ball at the minute. He's just taking a minute and he's giving it to Tadibo, who puts it into Wilson, who's held it up well for Souček, into Jared Bowen. He tries to just tuck it around the corner for Wan-Bissaka. It's cut out though. And Fulham, good play there with Iwobi and Kearney. And Iwobi's got a bit of space to move into on this left-hand side. He cuts it back. It's Tom Kearney. Fulham want a pen. Oh, he's giving it. It's a fucking pen. It's a fucking pen. Tate's conceded a pen. Fulham have got a pen. I need to see the replay. It felt very slow motion. Iwobi cut it back to Tom Kearney, who went to shoot. And he kicks Tate on the leg, but Tate doesn't really... I'm not sure this is a... It's a weird one. He's been kicked. I'm not sure it's a pen. Oh, he's been sent to the VAR monitor. He's been sent to the monitor. This is good news. Tate, for anyone not watching, sorry for my silence, right? The ball got kicked back to Kearney. He pulls his leg back, and Tate stood next to Kearney, and Kearney kicks Tate on the calf. But Tate doesn't go in front of Kearney. Tate doesn't do anything. Kearney kicks him. So there is contact, but it's not Tate on Kearney. It's Kearney on Tate. But the referee has been sent to the monitor, which is obviously whoever's on VAR duty believes that he's made a mistake. So this is positive. He's got to overturn. You cannot give a penalty for that. You just can't. He kicks him in the back of the leg. Oh, for fuck's sake. Don't give it. Don't be a prick. I'm assuming there's no pen, thank God. Right, we've got the free kick. There we go. I could lip read him. Tell you what, I was quite impressed there. I could side profile lip. I could only see half his mouth and I could lip read. He said after the review, Fulham number 10 kicks the back of West Ham number 11. My final decision, and it cut. And I thought, well, I'm going to assume he's not giving the penalty. But anyway, no pen. But... it does not... It's another major decision that this referee's got wrong, and there's still 40 minutes of this referee in charge of this game. I'm not confident he's not going to fuck something up somewhere. Anyway, right, game's underway. Diop's on the ball at the minute. Tate putting pressure on him. He goes back to Leno. Throw into Fulham, down on our right-hand side, quite deep in down the line as well. Just in line, just outside their box at the minute. As Robinson hooks it forward, Fernandes plays into Souček, gives it to Wan-Bissaka. Wilson and Tate in the middle. Cross it, come on! He gives it to Somerville on the edge of the box, who's turned into trouble, really. But he's done really well to win a free kick, Somerville, and that's his second foul of the game, so that's that part of the bet is in. Now we just need West Ham to win, Tate to get booked, and Bowen to score the goal, and someone will win 100 and I think it's 70 quid. We've got free kicks, too far to shoot, too far out to have a pop at goal, I think, and it's quite central, so it's a difficult one to cross, really. Okay, you can't get whip on it. You've got to sort of dink these ones, haven't you? Fernandez is going to take it. Maybe he's going to try a bit of a Szoboszlai. He's kissed the ball, which he's looking at the goal. He's looking at the players in the box now. Go on, have a pop, son. If you feel like you can score like Szoboszlai, have a dig. He doesn't. He dinks it. And Diop heads it to Souček, cleared by Robinson. And nothing comes of it. It's Fulham try and break here. Robinson on the left-hand side. Tadebo's got back to put pressure on him. He gives it to King. Great tackle by Wan-Bissaka. And that's a throw-in to Fulham, which Robinson tries to take quickly and does, giving it back to Tom Kearney on the halfway line. Fulham playing around at the back at the minute, halfway up their half. And they've gone back into their box here, but Diop now Tete. And it's a poor play from him. Souček gets his head on it. Tati knocks it down to Somerville. Chance here for West Ham. We can do something. Somerville! Shot is blocked by Berg. Juve whips it in first time. Fucking move! It's not the best. Do you know something? That's pissed me right off. It's not the best cross in the world from Juve, right? It's not the best cross. But it's not the worst one in the world. At least try and attack it. I think Wilson stood offside anyway. Yeah, he is. He stood 3-4 yards offside. And you can see Jared Bowen saying to him, why not moving? Maybe he knew he was offside, but anyway, he didn't move and the linesman had to flag because he was clearly offside. Apologies for my outburst there, but I thought he was just standing there not doing anything. There was a reason for it. Leno goes long with the resulting free kick, which Jared Bowen doesn't make a great header, but Wan-Bissaka clears it. Berg heads it towards our goal, but Tadebo heads it away. Tati flicks it down for Callum Wilson to try and run on to, but he doesn't manage, and Bassey goes back to his goalkeeper. 54 minutes on the clock at Craven Cottage. Fulham 0, West Ham United 0. Kearney, nice little ball into Iwobi, poor ball. And Somerville picks up and runs. Tati, not a good ball by him. And Tete goes back to Leno. And it's a terrible ball by the Fulham goalkeeper. And Juve brings it down. And Tati picks it up off him. Goes back to Thomas Souček. And Jimenez has just rolled over for no reason. And Souček's got it back and given out to Juve. Good play down the left-hand side. Juve crosses it. And headed away by Robinson. And Iwobi gets his toes on that. But it's not a great clearing. Souček just keeps it around the area. He's done really well. Souček, Wan-Bissaka to Bowen! Oh, fuck! Fuck! Oh, it's offside. Don't know why. It just didn't look like it was offside. I think the pass to Somerville was on there. He's taken a shot on. Somerville was unmarked. Bowen didn't see him. Bowen is offside. I'm looking at the replay. He is offside. And it wasn't Somerville, sorry. It was Tate that was perhaps unmarked. It was a decent effort by Bowen. A really good save by Leno, but he was offside, so he wouldn't have stood anyway. Better from West Ham, but Fulham have come forward with the ball now. Out on the right-hand side. Chukwueze cuts in, crosses it. Jimenez just keeps it in the air in the box. Bowen heads away. Bassey picks it up. Wilson hassling him. And it's a poor ball by Robinson. And it goes through to Hermansen. I have to say, Fulham ain't playing great. But they've got a good bench. And I just worry that we need to score before they start making changes. Tadebo dribbling forward with it. He's very confident here, Tadebo. He gives it back to Disasi. Into Fernandez, who's got his head up. Gives it to Somerville. We've seen more of Somerville in this half already, I think. We're moving the ball okay. I have to say, we're not doing too bad with this ball in the second half. Tati, oh, the pass to Bowen was on and he's seen it. He just couldn't execute it. I feel like we've cranked it up a little bit. What we're saying, chat, I know it's only 10 minutes and it's still 0-0 and technically we've not had a shot. It was an offside effort. But what do we think? Are we playing slightly better? I feel like we've improved a little bit, but we were improving from crap. So the bar was low. Disasi concedes a free kick just inside Fulham's half. slightly on their right-hand side. Paul saying, my fear of losing this game badly is fading. This is so winnable. Harry saying, 2 poor teams playing against each other. Stevie saying, we need to crank it up. Rancid thinks we are better. Ryan thinks we're a tiny bit better. Tete on the ball. Looks for King, intercepted by Somerville. Gives it to Juve. Gets it back. Good play by those two. Fernandez pops out to Juve. More good play down that left-hand side. Back to Fernandez. He's under pressure by 2 Fulham players, but he gives it to Juve. And he goes back to Disasi, right on our goal line, and he rolls it into Hermansen. Jimenez will put him under pressure. He rolls it to Todibo. This is where I get a little bit nervous. We're playing it confidently, but we aren't inviting pressure, and it's a bad ball by Wan-Bissaka. Gets intercepted, but luckily Fulham didn't take advantage of that poor ball by Wan-Bissaka, and we're giving it to Tate. Wilson's there! Find him! Somerville's there! Tate, come on! Ah, for fuck's sake! Pass! The ball, Tate, man. The ball to Wilson was on, and then he got closed out, and then to Somerville it was on. It was a really bad ball, and Chukwueze ended up kicking it towards his keeper, and Lionel saved it, but the pass was on from Tate, and he had 2 opportunities there to play it, and he just didn't do either of them. Fernandez flicks it on. Wilson brings it down into Tate. Somerville wants it, gets it. This is better. I think this is better from us. Come on. Somerville cuts in. Still Somerville. He crosses it. It's Wilson. Oh, for fuck's sake. Fucking hell. Fuck. It's a fantastic ball in by Somerville. And Wilson doesn't... How's he not got it? I think Bowen might put him off. What's he doing? Bowen goes for it, can't get it. Wilson goes a bit weird, and then Souček doesn't get it. Ah, for fuck's sake, it's Man City 1, Forest 1. Fuck. There's subs happening here. Muniz is coming on for Jimenez, so that's the first change. There's quite a few subs here. Muniz is on for Jimenez. Smith Rowe's on for Josh King. Callum Wilson is going off. And Magassa's coming on. Kearney's going off. Bloody hell, there's a lot of changes. And... Oscar Bob, I think. That's Oscar Bob. Yeah. Right, so Magassa's on for Wilson. And he's saying, well, you can see Magassa saying 3. So that's the one change for West Ham. Magassa on for Wilson. And then Fulham have taken off Jimenez, King, and Kearney, and brought on Bob, Smith Rowe, and Mooney. So Iwobi's going to drop into midfield with Sanderberg. And Oscar Bob's gone out to the right-hand side, and Chukwueze's come over to the left-hand side. Positive changes for Fulham. Fuck, I can't believe we didn't score that. That was the chance, wasn't it? That was the chance. I feel like we've done all right this second half. 15 minutes in, I feel like we've been better this half. Souček batting away into Tate. He gets fouled by Calvin Bassey. We really need a win. We really need a win. Nuno can't win with the chat, can he? Pretty much everyone, well, I say pretty much everyone, majority of people in the live chat at half-time wanted Wilson off for Magassa. And he's done it, and now everyone's, well, not everyone, a few people in the live chat are saying, what's he doing? He's playing for the draw. Can't really win, can you? Football. Anyway, Disasi does well. Good ball. Juve, good ball. Tate can't get away from Bassey. Fulham pick it up, and there's going to be a bit more energy from Fulham, you would imagine. They're playing risky football here. Somerville brings it down. Lovely back heel to Fernandez. Bowen's in the box. Tati's in the box. It's Fernandez. His cross is blocked. And it falls to Smith Rowe, who takes on Juve, gives it to Oscar Bob. Ball into Smith Rowe, couldn't get under control. Souček gets it, gives it to Jared Bowen. Tati's on the move. It's Jared Bowen, looks for Somerville. Nearly fell for Somerville. It was a difficult ball. And I think it's Tati gets his foot on it, and he doesn't get under control, and it nearly fell in direction of Somerville. I am nervous. I am really nervous. See, with that Bowen pass, James saying the crap pass from Bowen, I don't think the pass was on. I think he'd been better off taking an extra stride and hitting it at the last, when you really got to shoot. I would have preferred him to have done that. I don't think the pass was on. Forest drawn at City is not what we need, is it? If we only drew here, the sort of the compensation, if you like, was the fact that if City won, we've cut the gap to 1 point anyway. But we're not even doing that at the minute. It's just showing us the goal from the Etihad now. Good finish that by Gibbs White, isn't it? Bloody hell. Look at this shit. Corner kick for Fulham. Iwobi will take. And it comes. Headed away, but not very far. It's bouncing around. It's gone back out to Iwobi on this left wing. He swings it in. It's a good ball in. It's bouncing around. It's Smith Rowe, but the flag was up into the hands of Hermansen. But the flag was up anyway. Richard said City will score again, lads. It's hard to tell because I'm not watching the game. You'd like to think so. But can they score soon, please? .64.5 minutes gone. Still 0-0. We're playing around at the minute at the right back. Fernandez goes long, looking for Bowen. Passed it and look on, but Leno's had to come out and he's not dealt with it really well. Bowen gives it to Somerville. It's Somerville! Yes! 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 Fucking get in! Come on! Yes! Fucking yes! Come on! Fucking yes! Look at that! The celebrations from the players, the celebrations from the fans. And it's 2-1 City! It's 2-1 City! Yes! Oh, wish we were together. I want to... Not snonky, but I just want to peck y'all. I wanted to hand out some kisses. Leno came out, fucked it. Bowen does really well. Somerville does absolutely fantastic just to keep his composure. Put it in the back of the net. Right now. The live table. We are out of the bottom three. There's a long way to go. There's half an hour to go. There's a long, long way to go. But we are currently out of the bottom three. Come on, City. Come on, West Ham United. Blue Moon, I saw you standing alone. Oh, fuck, we've got half an hour of this. The good thing is we've done the sub. We've already done the sub that you would do if you were 1-0 up. We've got Magassa on. We're 4-5-1 now. Let's try and get the second goal on the break. Come on, boys. Come on. Oh, I'm excited. We've got the throw in. Get the fuck in. We'll take Anton at the minute. Half an hour to go, boys. Come on. Disasi's wrestling with Muniz. He's got the free kick, the Fulham striker. Why could this not be the 85th minute? Look at the live tables on the screen. We're 17th and we're 1 point behind Spurs. We're coming for you. We're coming for you. Tottenham Hotspur, we're coming for you. Oh, just defend every fucking thing. The thing with bloody... And it comes from Iwobi. Diop gets a head on it. Oi, Diop, mate, what are you doing? Stop trying to win. It comes out to Iwobi. Oh, goal kick. Over the bar. Over the bar. This was the advantage with scoring so late in Prague. You only had a handful of minutes to hold on, didn't you? And I'm not going to lie, I was absolutely steaming when we were playing that game. We had that event in Hackney Wick, didn't we? Oh, I was up. We made a mistake of meeting up at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. COVID's killed drinking for me. Disasi goes long. Souček's battling away with Berg, gets out to Somerville. He goes back. Somerville tries to get it on that left-hand side. He does. He goes past Tete. And he's just holding the ball up. He's taking his time, waiting for support. He's getting his shirt pulled off him here. And the referee's giving us a free kick. Fucking hell. What's going on? We've scored a goal. The referee's giving us a free kick. Oh. 69 minutes gone. Oh, please, City. Please, 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 please. Please, West Ham. Please, please, please. Right, Fernandez got the free kick out on their left-hand side. And it comes from Fernandez into the hands of Leno. Not the worst free kick, just no one attacking it. He gives it to Robinson. He goes long. Muniz brings it down really well. Juif's going after it, and he does really well, the left back, and he commits a foul, but I don't think it's the worst free kick to give away because Muniz had support out there and Juif didn't, so he sort of had to make sure. Anyway, Fulham take the free kick. We're underway. Wan-Bissaka just hooks it away. Sorry, everyone. I'm just seeing what the odds are for a Juif yellow card. 13-2. Let me check old Paddy. See if it's worth getting involved. Because if it is, I might have a flutter. Where are we? Juif 8-1. That's about right. That's what I'll have. I'm gonna have a bit of that chat. Nothing adventurous, just a little cheeky fiver. Because I like backing fullbacks for time wasting when it comes to this type of scenario that we're in. It's suspended at the minute. Oh, for fuck's sake, what's happened? Oh, it's back up. There we go. £5. Place bet. Cheeky little fiver. There we go. Right. 71.5 minutes gone. Thank you very much for joining me live. If you're yet to subscribe to Hammer Chat, please do. I'd like to have your company for the next game. What we're going to do is we're going to start doing some watch-alongs for other teams as the season goes on. As Fernandez, it's a bad ball. Bowen wins it back and it goes out for a throw-in to someone. I have to say, Bowen does fantastic for our goal. Absolutely fantastic. And that's the thing. I think everybody, even those who think he's been playing poorly, and I think there's a lot of agreement in that from myself, a lot of merit in that discussion. I've not seen anyone question his work rate or anything like that. And we get that goal from his work rate. It will be on the ball for Fulham. He gives it to Smith Rowe. .72.5 minutes gone. A big 20 minutes for West Ham and Nottingham Forest. Diop plays out to Calvin Bassey. Out to Chukwueze on this left-hand side. He plays it into Smith Rowe, but Souček does really well, but it's just going to come straight back at us. We've got a long 20 minutes ahead of us. We just need to try and get Somerville on the break. If we can get the ball to Somerville on the counter-attack, hopefully, a second goal, you'd imagine a second goal might just kill them, but they'll be confident they can get back in this. However, they've not tested Hermansen too much. Bad play there by Fulham, and it bobbles through to Hermansen. He's not had the loads to do, Hermansen. A really important save at the very end of the first half. But second half, I don't recall him doing much, if anything. Tadebo on the ball at the minute. He tried to slide it into Fernandes. That was always going to be a difficult pass. I can see why he's done it. Fernandes wanted it, but it got cut out. Disasi on the ball now. Just coming forward into Somerville under pressure from Berg. It's a risky ball to Magassa, but he does really well to fizz it into Tate, and he gets fouled by Issa Diop, and West Ham have got a free kick on the halfway line. Come on. Just showing us Rodri's goal to make it 2-1 for Manchester City. Could do with a third one, couldn't we? If we could just pop up at City 3-1 up and we go 2-0 up, it'll swing the goal difference significantly too. We've got 3 goals worse than Forest. If us and City could both get a goal, then that would be nice. Wan-Bissaka, pass cut out by Robinson. He gives it into Smith Rowe. It's a bad pass to Chukwueze, and he doesn't keep it in. It's a throw into West Ham just inside our half on our right. And I'd imagine we're going to take a couple of minutes to take this through. Can't take too long though, with Wan-Bissaka already cautioned. Just showing us Harry Wilson in the crowd on his phone. Not even watching the game because he didn't look up. Great ball out to Somerville on the left-hand side. Really good ball. He's one-on-one with Tete. Juve's up there supporting him. He's running at the Fulham defence. Somerville uses Juve. Souček's unmarked at the back post. Juve knows he's there, but just can't quite get it there. It comes out to Fernandes. And it's wide. Goal kick to Fulham. Better from West Ham. We are out of possession. We are sitting back, but when we get the ball, we are trying to get up the pitch and get that second goal. I'm okay with that strategy. Just gotta hope it works and we get that second one. James saying we need a second goal. I don't trust us at all. Yeah, I get you. Graham said I've aged at least 5 years during this game. Yeah, if I appear tomorrow with a bit more grey hair, you know why. This game. But if we win, I don't mind. I don't mind. And Craven Moore saying, stop making things up. There's no sending off. There is at Newcastle, Craven. It came up on my thing that Ramsey got sent off for Newcastle. That's what they're referring to. Palms are sweaty. Don't worry, I'm not away to break out into an Eminem song or anything like that. As Calvin Bassey knocks it down to Robinson, into Sanderberg, into Oscar Bob. Oscar Bob, the latest addition to the list of names where when you say their name, you have to say their first name as well, like Reece James and Declan Rice. Magassa does really well. Well done, Magassa. Battling away in the edge of our box. It looked a little bit dangerous. West Ham try and break, but it's a bad touch by Magassa now. And it's intercepted, and Fulham come again. Dale saying, have a sip of water. I will. I'm running low, and also I don't want to need to pee. Cameron Bassey coming forward with it at the minute, just on the halfway line. He pops out to Iwobi. Sander Berg coming forward, gives it to Smith Rowe. He plays out to the right-hand side to Oscar Bob. Tete on the overlap, use him. Cross comes in. It's Mooney's. It's over the bar. Fucking hell, I don't want to see this shit. They're always going to attack Fulham. They're always going to, but I'm nervous. Nuno's going to get tempted. He's going to get tempted to bring Mavropanos on. He's not done it since the Chelsea game. He's not done the centre-back thing since the Chelsea game. But I'd imagine there's going to be a bit of temptation from him. You'd like to think Paco's screaming at him to not do it, but... Good play, Juve. Well done. And Thomas Souček. Excellent play down our left-hand side. Magassa sprays out to Wan-Bissaka. Good football by West Ham. It's 4-on-4 here. We can do something with it. Gives in to Bowen. Maybe a little bit patient from West Ham, but we are... Fulham aren't getting back as much. They're keeping bodies up the pitch, so if we lose the ball, they can attack us. But it will present opportunities for us going forward. Bowen on the ball at the minute. Gives it to Fernandes. Robinson tackles him, and that's going to be a corner. He's given a goal kick. I thought it was a corner, but it's a goal kick. Goal kick to Fulham. 79 minutes on the clock at Craven Cottage. James saying, I don't think Fernandes has been very good. I agree, but he's the one player that can get the ball and keep it. Wan-Bissaka hooks it away. Bowen brings it down really well. Gives it into Souček. Back, and it's just coming through here now on my screen. Manchester City 2. Nottingham Forest 2. Elliot Anderson with a goal. For fuck's sake. And Magassa with a really strong tackle on Sander Berg, and it's a throw into Fulham. It's not ideal if Forest get a point. That will not be good. City will throw the kitchen sink at them. But at least we'll be level on points. It's still progress, but we really need to win this. We really need to win. And come on, City, for fuck's sake. Tadebo clears it away. Throw into Fulham. 80 minutes on the clock. Come on, City. Disasi gives it to Juve. He pops it into Somerville. I'll tell you what, right? Leeds United fans must be shitting themselves right now. Coming forward here, Juve. Oh, you can see what he's trying to do. He didn't execute it. He hooks it back to Tati. Well played there. Throws Somerville out to Juve on the left-hand side. He squares it for Bowen, but it's tipped by away. Fuck away by Leno and away by Robinson. And the flag goes up now and it's offside. But you feel like we're going to get opportunities. You feel like we're going to get chances to make this 2-0. Fulham are not getting bodies back. Just there, Juve hooked it back and there was 3 players. Fernandes, Souček and Somerville all just standing on the edge of the box waiting for it. We will get chances to make this 2-0. We've just got to keep the clean sheet before we try and get that. Fulham with another couple of subs getting ready to come on. I can see Sessegnon, can't quite see who the other player is. Maybe Anderson. No, he's given a free kick against Juve there for handball. Here comes the substitutions. Castagna is the other one for Fulham. So changing, I'd imagine he's way changed both fullbacks. No, I think 16 Sanderberg into it. So he's taken off Tete and he's bringing on Castagna. And he is bringing off Sanderberg for Sessegnon. So maybe Sessegnon's just going to pop up into midfield or... Be interesting to see what he does here. Marco Silva. He's certainly doing something different. But it looks like Sessegnon could be playing centre midfield next to Sanderberg. It will be with a free kick. Too far to shoot. It's going to be a cross. And it comes from Iwobi. And it's a bad cross. And it's through to Hermansen. He's looking to distribute it quickly. And it's just showing us Elliot Anderson's goal here on the screen. Bloody good hit that from Elliot Anderson. That's poor. That's poor from us defensively. We've just given away a corner kick really cheap. And our defensive passing's been really good up until just now. There's one sloppy one from Wan-Bissaka, I remember. But that ball from Juve to Disasi wasn't the best. Poor control from Disasi. Corner kick to Fulham. Over on their right-hand side. Oscar Bob, I think, is going to be taking this one. And it comes, and it's hit a bundle of players at the front post, and it's gone out for another corner. Giant Bowen wants a free kick. Referee saying, nope, another corner. Oscar Bob again. 83.5 minutes gone. Oscar Bob sends the corner in, and it's Castagna, but it's over the bar. Goal kick to West Ham. Fucking hell. Every time I look at the bloody clock, it's barely moved. I look down, it's 83:20, 10 seconds later, I look expecting to be 86 minutes. Come on. Goal kick, command symbol ticket. Goes long. Souček heads it, Bowen's offside. He's going to get a yellow card for his troubles as well. I'd certainly book him. He's going to pretend he never heard it. I'll tell you what, though. That was an outstanding finish. As offside as he was, he's just absolutely bent it into the top corner in the far corner as well. Leno on the ball at the minute for Fulham. Gives it to Diop. Castagna. 1-2. And really good play by Fernandes and Somerville just crowding out Castagna. And Souček tries to give it to Fernandes. Bad pass. And it's a throw into Fulham just inside our half on their right, which they take quickly into Iwobi. And I'm just looking at this Fulham team, and they've only got one central midfielder. Sessegnon's come on, and he ain't playing centre mid. Iwobi's the only central midfielder for Fulham now. They've just abandoned their midfield. Smith Rowe's dropping a little bit deeper, but they've got Bassey and Diop at the back on the halfway line. Iwobi's just in front of them, and that's it. Fulham are throwing the kitchen sink at us here. Robinson back to Diop. Into Smith Rowe, back to Diop. The thing with Fulham doing this is they've got little options in the middle of the park at the minute. Bassey, he strolls forward with it. Bowen's back, helping out Wan-Bissaka. Magassa's had to come over. Into Oscar Bob, out to Iwobi. Tati's back defending as well. Calvin Bassey on the ball again. I've discovered he may be another name that you have to say his first name as well as his second name. Add that to the list of Oscar Bob, Reece James and Declan Rice. It's basically just one syllable names, isn't it? Jared Bowen. And speaking of Jared Bowen, he just tries to dribble away with it here. He's done really well so far. Away from two. Tries to get the free kick. Referee says no. He done really well there until Iwobi potentially fouled him. But the referee said no. We're going to need a bit more of that from players like Bowen just to try and get us up the pitch because we are pinned back at the minute by Fulham. Bassey gives it out to Chukwueze up against Wan-Bissaka. In it comes, but it's headed away by Todibo, and it's a corner kick to Fulham over on their left-hand side. 86 minutes, 40 seconds on the clock. Ah, for the love of God. We need to hang on, and we need City to score a fucking winner. And it comes, and it's headed away by Todibo. headed back in towards our sent away by some Castaños. What a save by Hermansen! Brilliant save by Hermansen. He's having a really good game. Really, really good game. Fulham have got it back though. Fernandes battling away. And it's a bad pass and it's a throw in too. West Ham and Chadibo and Disasi go and celebrate with our goalkeeper. That is a really good save. Castaño hit that sweet on the volley and it's down low to his left and he gets a firm hand on it to palm it away. Great save, Hermansen. I'm like, Adama's come on for someone. He's come on for Tati, understandable. Tati's limping. He's been limping for a while now. He's given absolutely everything up there. Adama's come on and he's remaining central. Juve plays it down the left. Oh, for fuck's sake, have I forgot to put the... Adama gets brought down, but the referee says, play on. Of course he does. Smith Rowe out to Robinson. Oh, piss off. Robinson's running at Wan-Bissaka. In comes the cross. Back post. Oh, fuck. It's cleared away by Magassa. Fulham want handball. That's all right. I've done it. It's fine. Don't know what I'm worried about. It will be on the ball at the minute. Rolls it in. Out to Calvin Bassey. He plays it out to Robinson. Out to Smith Rowe. Intercepted by Wan-Bissaka. Cleared away. Diop is the only one on the halfway line at the minute. We've got 1 minute of normal time to go. And whatever the referee decides to add on, Castaño cuts it back to Oscar Bob. Plays a 1-2. Good tackle, Magassa. Bowen gives it back to Magassa. And West Ham try and break here. Magassa gives it to Somerville. And he makes the move. But Somerville just takes his time. Gives it to Juve. He goes long. It's a bad ball by Juve. Straight back to Fulham. There was an opportunity there. Maybe just get the ball at the pitch and try and just keep it in the corner. And this is something we didn't do against Man United. We didn't keep it on in the corner. We even got a couple of corners. We tried to score. I just want to see us be a little bit clever here. Traore battles away, but falls to Iwobi. 20 seconds of normal time to go. Smith Rowe's on the ball for Fulham. Plays out to Robinson on the left-hand side. Jared Bowen closing him down. He plays it in along the deck to Sessegnon. He gives it back to Robinson. Chukwueze. In comes another cross. Smith Rowe chests it down. And Fernandes does really well. Bowen does well. Fernandes takes it off of Bowen's toes. And he's got a bit of energy here, Fernandes. He just bursts away. Waits for Bowen. Gives it to Bowen. And that's a free kick, surely. And it is. Well done, Fernandes. That's what we need. There's 6 minutes. 6 minutes added on here at Craven Cottage. We're already 20 seconds into it. And Calvin Bassey has been booked for his foul on Fernandes. But that is absolutely brilliant from Fernandes. Just slowing the play down. Inviting the tackle. And bang, getting the foul, getting us a free kick just inside the Fulham half. Come on, City, for fuck's sake. Mavropanos is getting ready to come on. You'd imagine it's maybe for Fernandes, who's knackered at the minute. Which, I'll be honest with you, I wouldn't change it because we're dealing with everything. But also, you take off Fernandes, you're really opening up the middle of the pitch. I wouldn't be doing that. Unless you're going to put Bowen centre mid and put Adama on the right. I don't know what his plan is here. Kante is also coming on. Now, Fernandes is laying on the deck, knackered at the minute. These subs feel, I don't know, risky to some extent, but showing us the goal again. Fernandes is getting treatment, so I think what we'll do is when play resumes, I'll tell you, and if we basically add on 6 minutes from then, I don't, the referee ain't counting this. So I think it's going to hit 98 minutes on the clock this game. Anyway, it's Tadibo and Fernandes off for Kante and Mampano. So we're not changing shape. So Tadibo's gone off and Fernandes has gone off. And Kante's come on into midfield, and Mavropanos is going to come on into centre-back. Mark saying 3,000 watching. Fucking hell, don't tell me. Stuff like that makes me nervous. And please subscribe if you haven't already. Mavropanos will take the free kick. He's taking a minute. Just go back to the keeper. Go back to the keeper. Mavropanos goes long, looking for Somerville. Just go back to the keeper. We've just given it the ball straight. We're just giving it away. Should have just turned it around and played it all the way back to Hermansen and just kept it. You're going to go long. You might as well waste time or make Adama go in the corner and just try and... Look, we've basically got this massive tank on the pitch, right? We need to get Adama in the corner with it. Just get Adama in the corner with it, holding it up. Anyway, Fulham playing it around here. 93 minutes on the clock. I think when it's 98, I think that's when it'll be time up. But it's going to go well beyond the 6 because of that stoppage we've just had. It's still Manchester City 2, Nottingham Forest 2 at the Etihad. Robinson on the ball for Fulham. Cuts inside, gives it to Iwobi. He plays out to Castagna on the right-hand side. Souček playing centre-back at the minute. Sessegnon cuts in. There's a bit of space here for Fulham, but it's cleared away by Disasi. And it's going to come straight back as Diop picks up and gives it to Iwobi. Everyone back defending for West Ham. Iwobi with an adventurous pass, but Somerville really good tracking back. And it falls to Kante, and there's a bit of space for Kante to run into. Adama's on the move. Bowen's on the right-hand side, but Kante's going himself. Up against Calvin Bassey. And the centre-back does really well. Bear in mind, he's just been booked. He had to be careful, and he was. And Fulham picked the ball up again. And we just need to get in the corner. I know it's ugly and stuff, but I don't give a shit. Get the ball in the corner and just win throw-ins and corners and free kicks. Just get it in the corner and keep it there. The amount of time I see teams just take it in the corner and just play it down in that, play the clock down. Bowen's trying to do that, but he's conceded a free kick. Right down in the corner. He nearly got there, but I think that's what he was trying to do. Calvin Bassey takes it and gives it to Robinson. Rolls it into Iwobi. We're going to have to get back. 94.5 minutes on the clock here. I still think there's another 3 minutes at least to go. In comes a cross. Cleared by Wan-Bissaka. He does well to get on that. Kante tries to get something on it. No, sorry, Magassa doesn't manage. Iwobi brings it down. Diop out to Robinson. Out to Chukwueze on this left-hand side. Kante out helping Jared Bowen on this right-hand side at the minute. Souček's gone over there too. In comes the cross. It hits Bowen and it's into the arms of Mads Hermansen, who goes down. Doesn't really work it anymore now with this 8-second rule, which, by the way, I think has been absolutely brilliant. I think that 8-second rule for goalkeepers has been superb. Hermansen goes long, looking for Bowen. Robinson gets a poor header on it, but no one punishes him. And he has to go all the way back to his goalkeeper. 95 minutes, 20 seconds gone. Diop just travelling forward with it at the minute. Out to Castagna. We cannot concede here. We just cannot concede here. Iwobi looks for Calvin Bassey. Jared Bowen playing right back at the minute. Chukwueze goes at Jared Bowen. Calvin Bassey now. Out to Robinson. In it comes another cross. It's headed away by Thomas Souček. Somerville under pressure from Diop, who Castagna puts it back in. Mavropanos heads it away. Bowen brings it down. And he just clears it as far as he can, and it just goes over the halfway line. It's Fulham 0, West Ham United 1. We're over the 6 minutes. I still think there's going to be another 2 minutes to go because of the stoppage for the substitutions and Fernandez injury. Wan-Bissaka blocks the cross. Throw in for Fulham. It's taken quickly. Iwobi back to Robinson, but Wan-Bissaka does really well to intercept it and just get it away as Iwobi plays it across the pitch to Castagna, who's on the halfway line for Fulham. He goes long. Hermansen comes! He doesn't get it! And we've got the free kick. Whoa! Fucking hell. Hermansen came, went up early, and he didn't catch it. And he went after it, and Fulham wanted a penalty, but the referee's actually given us the free kick. That's a big moment. That is a big, big fucking moment. I can see why he's giving it as a free kick, because Bassey puts his arm across Hermansen. Yeah, it's weak, but you can't touch the goalkeeper these days. He gets away with it, Hermansen. He gets away with it. Free kick to West Ham inside the box. 97.5 minutes gone. There must only be 30 seconds left here. Nuno's asking the referee what the fuck's going on. He goes long. Robinson gets his head on it. Iwobi brings it down. Into Chukwueze. It's blocked. It's bouncing around. Kante does well. Wan-Bissaka just swings at it. Throw into Fulham. Come on, this has got to be it. 97 minutes, 50 seconds. Come on, ref. For fuck's sake. Surely not much longer to go here. Wan-Bissaka heads it forward. Iwobi brings it down. Kante battling away does well. Somerville gets fouled. And it's a free kick to West Ham. Outside the box. This has got to be it. Come on. This has got to be it. 98 minutes gone. We've got a free kick. We're going to take fucking ages for this. Get it in the corner. Robinson and Kante squared it off. I don't give a shit. Kante booked. Well done. Do you know something? Good on you. Waste time. You get a yellow card. Who gives a fuck? Just don't get sent off. Just run that clock down by any means you have to. Get this in the fucking corner. Get Adama. Get in the bloody corner. I want to see that tank muscling everyone. Come on. Surely, surely, surely. Come on. Give it to Adama and get him in the corner. Bowen goes to Souček. What's Adama doing? Souček puts it down the corner for Jai Bowen, who's offside. And there cannot be time here. This has got to be it. Come on. What the fuck's going on? How much longer is this ref going to play? We're into the 100th minute now. And Fulham have taken a free kick in the wrong position. So the ref's instructing him to retake it. For fuck's sake, ref, man. He takes it from the wrong position anyway. Leno goes long. And it's over! Yes! Yes! Fucking get in, West Ham! Come on! Fucking come on! Get the fuck in! Right, let's switch over to the Etihad. Let's switch over to the Etihad. But West Ham have won. There's 30 seconds left at the Etihad. I've got it on. Mark Gay pumps it in. It's cleared away by someone. Awoni's chasing after it. I'm being tested with my player identification here because I don't know who's playing. Donnarumma gives it to Mark Gay. 20 seconds. Come on, City. Out to Doku. I thought he was dead. Plays it into Semenyo. He's under pressure by, I think it's Cunha. Diaz. Fucking hell, City. Come on, there's a handful of seconds left at the Etihad. Mark Gay pumps it long. Murillo does really well. Just knocks it down to Hudson-Odoi. He just thumps it away. Forrest hanging on for the point at the Etihad here. Donnarumma on the ball for City. Now, Ruben Diaz, he goes long. He sends it straight towards Haaland, headed away by Milenkovic. Rodri picks it up outside the box. Nunez takes on Aina, but it's a good tackle. And it's a corner kick to Manchester City here. 97.5 minutes gone at the Etihad. It says 7 minutes of stoppage. They take it quickly, City. Doku. He cuts in. What are you doing? Cross it. Fucking cross it. Everyone's in the box. Ah, you self-indulgent prick. What are you doing? He's tried to be the hero and fucked it. They've won it back, though. It's Semenyo. Just cross it. Nunez whips it in. Milenkovic gets something. Falls to Haaland, but it's headed away by Cunha. Bernardo Silva battles away. There's 98 minutes on the clock here. There can't be much longer left. Rodri sends it in towards Haaland. Headed down. It's Doku. Bernardo Silva! What? Get in! Oh, get in! No, it's saved on the line! They've saved on the line! What the fuck? Oh, piss! Fuck! Nottingham Forest have just saved it on the line. Fuck! Fuck! How have they not scored that? Fucking hell. How have they not done that? Oh. Oh, it was nearly perfect. We nearly had a last minute winner. Fuck. Anyway, it's finished 2-2. It's finished 2-2. Listen, I'm going to be live in 2 minutes with my review. Listen, thank you so much for putting up with me. Thank you for sticking with me. We've won our game. We're still in the bottom 3, but we're now level points with Nottingham Forest. 1 point behind Spurs. 3 points behind Leeds United. We had to do our bit tonight, and we've done it. I'll be live in just a couple of minutes to discuss it. Please stick around. I'll catch you in a minute.